Hello and welcome to the Computer Game Show. I'm David Turner and I'm absolutely delighted to be here. As is Matt Murray. You're loving
Hello.
life, aren't you, Matt? Let's go.
Totally.
Another week of video game chit chat to get through, Matt. Loving life. Sean, look at the grin on his face.
I
He's
just I just
itching
can't
to get
wait
on
to
the microphone.
podcast. I've been all day.
Yeah.
Just been thinking about this.
Yes, bang up for it. We cannot wait. James Farley's here.
Yeah, I'm here as well. I'm really pumped. Go on.
Okay.
Go on, Dave. You can go on.
Go on.
I don't know, mate. No, I don't know. We'd like to start the show by thanking our Patreon producers this month. They are Less of the Wooing.
What's wrong with
Aaron
that?
Pat-
I'm trying
You
to
hate
Aaron-
wooing.
Yeah, you constantly complain about wooing. Do you remember the E3 shows?
Yeah, I know
Do you remember
exactly.
that?
So I'm trying to emulate
Half
the
of
whole.
your notes were about the whooping.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to emulate that now because clearly it worked for Xbox. So
Well, look,
First Xbox dig.
Aaron Patrick,
Unbelievable.
the QuickBooks. Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks chap, Simon Nelson, Moomin Biscuit, Trans Rights and Human Rights, Dave Ernsberger, Colin Brown, Gasman, Rocketman76, Smooth Monkey, John Tempelli, Jackie Sniper, Sam Higton, Thomas, Stan, Philip with an F, Cutty, Steve Lee, Jack Oven, Grey Dragon Claw, Colin the Carwanker Smith, Lee Geebottom, My Dog Skip, Dean, Evil Mammal, Boza Karma, Conky Donkers Full Nels Conga, Laser Quest, Steve Littler, and Big Papa Fench. They're the Full Nels crew, and we thank you so much for supporting what we do. We really do appreciate it. And you too can support the show by going to patreon.com/TCGS. You may be listening to the show and going, wait a minute, these guys don't stop in the middle of the show and talk about shaving their testicles and then giving us a code for a website, a product that we're definitely not going to buy. And that is because of the support of our Patreon subscribers. So thank you so much. Bonus shows.
We should say, if we do end up talking about shaving our testicles, it's purely for the love of the game. It's not.
Yeah.
it's that, and it's also it's Patreon bonus show content anyway.
Yes.
That's where that goes.
You have to pay us for that rather than.
If you want to hear about us shaving our balls, then $5 a month.
Here's my promise to you, listeners. We do not talk about that on the bonus show. Please sign up. It's a lot more fun. If you start that, I'm off. I'm done.
We've definitely spoken about it before.
We've definitely talked about it before.
Come on.
Only just to see what James, just to get him to confirm that he's still stuck in the 70s.
I think we know what James is doing.
Well, actually, David,
I don't want to know. Let's
He's modernised.
get to the feedback from last week's show. I assume everybody loved it, did they?
What are the other things? In
Oh
things?
shit! Yes, sorry about that. I've scrolled down and people have added things to the list. So let's go through some further plugs. Wednesday at 9 p.m. That's this Wednesday, the 4th. I want to say the 4th.
Yeah.
At 9 p.m. We are doing our Fantasy Critic Draft Pick. It's not going to be a long stream. We're just going to set up the Fantasy Critic Draft on on twitch.tv/TCGSco. Come and watch us pick our games for the Fantasy Critic Draft 2026. There's also a TCGS Discord quiz, Ultimate Game Noah free with a vengeance. That's Wednesday, the 11th of February at 8 p.m. This is the third quiz hosted by who, Matt?
This is Ben's one. This
is Ben's one. There's
Scientologist.
competing quizzes on our Discord. But if you'd like to join our Discord, then please go to tcgs.co and there's links to a Discord on there. Go and join our community and talk about all sorts of things and compete in Ben's Ultimate Game Noah free. I wish it had a different name as well, but here we go. Look, Lev doing it. I'm not involved. Final call for a few tickets for Ian Lee's Imposter Syndrome. Very nearly sold out. February 7th. That's this Saturday at the Rondo Theatre in Bath. I've been told we have 5 tickets before we've sold out, and that's already after opening a larger section of that theatre. So if you want to come, we've been working on that show. It's going to be a good one. That's this Saturday, Rondo Theatre Bath, and April the 19th, 53-2 in Manchester. That is the Imposter Syndrome with myself and Ian Lee, going through his career, watching clips, talking about Ricky Gervais and that. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please come along to that April the 19th, 53-2 in Manchester. Right, sorry about that. I missed that,
And,
Matt.
and me and Matt will be there. Yeah, you forget to mention that. Fucking mind you, to be fair, I've changed the date that I'm joining you, so maybe we just don't mention it because I'm
changed the-
unreliable. Well, remember, I was
Oh,
going to be at the
that's
Bath
right.
one, then we're like, yeah, come to
Yeah.
the Bath, you see me as well, and then I was like, oh, actually, I'm not coming Bath anymore.
Do you know how many
No
complaints we had
refund.
about you not being at the Bath, mate?
You what, sorry?
None.
okay.
Should we get to feedback from last week's show, please?
Yes,
Nothing is
Podcast Pal has messaged re Sean's Yogi Bear confusion. I assume the email was referring to the enlightened smile of a yogi, aka a practitioner of yoga, not a funny cartoon bear, although I can see how sandwiches being evolved might bring a picnic to mind.
Yeah, I mean, we've all got our cultural touchstones that we go to. Someone says the word yogi. I think about the cartoon bear. That's just
Yeah, I mean,
me.
I obviously know of yoga. I didn't know a practitioner is called a yogi. So I would
Yeah.
also go Yogi Bear.
I didn't think they were known for smiling though.
What, yoga people?
Yeah,
Yeah. Walking
Yeah,
around
well,
in those,
they're all like-
I would have thought.
in
they're like
those lovely
serene.
tight trousers,
They wear loose
folding
trousers.
themselves
They wear loose
into a
trousers
pretzel.
and they fart a lot. That's
I
what
like
I've heard.
Circular breathing.
I mean,
Not farting.
I've seen those videos as well, Sean. It's,
Whoa, hang on. Sorry. Whoa,
I'm sorry.
whoa.
What's going on tonight?
Why, James? You should have had a cold shower before the show. This is
Yeah.
why would you?
Yeah, we don't need to hear about
Have you ever done yoga?
Yeah, it's
Sure.
actually really nice. I've enjoyed it.
Except for the farting. It feels
Any
like you've had
yogi
one
are
really
writing
bad.
feedback. Sorry,
If
Jacob.
it sounds like you've had one really bad experience, like, and
No,
that's it.
It's just a known thing that the poses you do and stuff, it gets things moving, doesn't it?
Yeah. With hilarious
What do you mean, yeah?
consequences.
What do you mean, yeah, James? You've never done yoga in your life.
I've done
No.
yoga.
Don't believe you at
I
all.
have.
When have you done yoga?
I did this. No, I've done it on TV. Like
You
know,
done it
like
on
the-
TV? What?
No. Okay,
What
that
channel?
sounds that.
Holy
Find that,
what?
please.
No, like like those fitness things. I've done it with that. No, I don't mean I was on TV doing yoga. That would be brilliant. But yeah,
What the
no.
fuck are you talking about? Those
You know,
fitness
you know,
things?
like
You watched a video on
exercise
YouTube?
stuff. Where you
How
follow
did you get-
along.
Yes.
How did you get? How did you get on?
It was painful. Didn't enjoy it.
Lots of,
Oh, okay.
The thing is, you could say, "Oh yeah, no yoga." There's lots of farting in yoga. When you're doing it, yeah, but there's lots of farting when you're doing podcasting, James. So it's
That's
like
outrageous. That hasn't happened
It's
for
not
quite
outrageous,
some
it's
time.
It's been a while,
So-
to be fair. Have you,
someone in our Discord.
Hasn't happened for quite some time, and every single time it has happened, it hasn't been me
he
for
went
like a
bit
last
Michael
year.
Caine then, didn't he? Did you see that?
He did. Yeah,
Hasn't happened for quite some time.
Someone in our Discord turned around and said, "Does anyone know what episode it was where James Farley farted straight for 3 hours?" And I said, "You won't find it because I had to edit them all out. That was the whole point. That was
very
the whole
embarrassing.
point."
It was a terrible food that I'd eaten.
Have you,
It's a shame, really. You should have saved the whole thing and released it as a Patreon special.
Mate,
Sort of
I
fart
wish
edition.
I'd kept that just to hang it over his head, just to be able to release it whenever I wanted to. Yeah.
Have you, James? Have you done Tai Chi?
No. It's
Tai Chi is really nice as well.
because Chen's dad used to say that was bollocks.
No, 100% it is, but it's nice. It just feels good.
It was
I've
funny
done-
because when I was over there, like I had a choice of doing it was calligraphy or it was Tai Chi, and he was like, "Do calligraphy because Tai Chi is nonsense." But
One's a
it's
skill, the other one's a load of shit.
yeah,
I did Pilates for 3 years, right? And at the start of it, the tutor was like, give it a few years and you'll be doing this. And after 3 years, I still couldn't do it. So I was like, there was one where she was like, lay on your back, now get your feet and put them either side of your head so they're touching the floor. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not even possible. Yeah, so I stopped doing that. I gave up. Next bit of feedback.
Fuck Wizard has messaged.
Okay.
Listening through the socials last week, as I do intently every week, and Matt just slyly drops, we're on Blue Sky, we're on Instagram, we're on Truth Social. And not one, other host, or single person in the chat bats an eyelid. I must say, Matt slots it in there so seamlessly that even I, an actual wizard, had to stop what I was doing, open bracket spells, close bracket, and skip back to check I'd heard right. Then I thought maybe he's been doing this for weeks and maybe I haven't been listening as intently as I thought. So I went back to previous episode, 485, face down to check. This time Matt awkwardly stumbles over the socials section, quote, our podcasts, and hopefully all that podcasts are on there. Then skips listing the social channels entirely. Perhaps he was psyching himself up for the ruse last episode, but chickened out at last second. I only spend the next week practicing this week's flawless delivery. Well done. Well, nicely done, Matt. Nicely done. No, the previous week, I don't know, fucked up. And
No, you didn't fuck up. I know what you were doing. You were making a joke because on that episode, I'm here to defend you here, Matt.
Okay, cool. I mean, you got better memory than I have, so.
No, the previous week was because on that episode, someone had pointed out that we didn't have all of the episodes of the computer game show on Spotify or whatever.
Yes.
There was a few missing. So you were
yeah.
making the joke that, well, hopefully all of our episodes are on there because.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, it's just brilliant stuff. Anyway, they are now all on there. Yes. I just thought we'd add it in last week. I mean, if you're a Patreon supporter, you're probably aware of that.
Okay, all right, yeah. Of course, we're not on fucking Truth Social.
No,
we
clearly
said
not.
Jokingly on either the stream or the Patreon bonus show, we should just announce at the end of one of our shows that we're on Truth Social and see if anyone picks up on it. And we did have a few messages. Alex, if you're listening. I'm not reading yours out to save your blushes. Of course, we are not on Truth Social.
Yeah, we've got some quite serious messages about the fact that we may or may not have been on there. Clearly, we're not on Truth Social. And if we did, then you'll hear about it properly. I would have mentioned at the start of the show.
It's like,
we're
not on Twitter.
About it.
We're not on Twitter, but we've gone for Truth Social instead.
Shouldn't laugh, really. He's a horrible gentleman. Right, next.
Bob the Postie, not your Postie, that's a different Postie, has messaged, Farley's Fantasy Zone. While doing my post round on Wednesday and listening to you, I'm afraid that the good doctor has fallen into the same trap as Giant Bomb and Nextlander when it comes to the reason why GTA 6 won't have a disc release at launch. It seems everyone has failed to realise that when it comes out, it'll be around 200 gigs because of the scale of the game. So if the full game is going to be on disc, you will need 3 to 4 Blu-rays. It has nothing to do with the story getting leaked. Because that can always be locked with online connection needed if Rockstar chose to. Keep up the good work from Bob.
Bob, I'm sorry to break this to you. I'm sorry to ruin this. The games aren't on the discs anymore, mate. They're not on the discs anymore. They're just not on there. It's a little thing that goes.
So it opens unlocks the license, doesn't it? Or...
Yeah. The games aren't on there anymore. Is that definitely the case? Is that like a standard practice now? Because I do think about what if you haven't got the internet and all that. And
not for everything. Like there are still games that come out on disc, but they're getting vanishingly more and more less of them.
Yeah, but have we got? Is that? Do you know that for sure?
Sorry, vanishingly more and more less of them.
Yeah, I'll write it down, but it's just too long for an episode title.
No, it's not too long. It doesn't have to be limited. Let's go, Matt. Come on.
But no, because there's also like all the day one patches and stuff like that come out that are usually enormous as well.
I get that, but is there not some sort of rule that you've got to have the full game on the disc? Because I'm just guessing that. Like that's just what people say.
I think
you would think.
I think they have to label it if they're saying that this requires
internet required,
connection.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, they'll just do that then, Bob. I reckon.
They're not going to release it on 3 to 4 Blu-rays though. Like, why on earth would they do that?
Can you also write down 3 to 4 Blu-rays, please?
Sake.
Let's write that one down.
Fuck's sake.
Bob, you might be right, actually.
Partially what happened was we talked about it briefly before the show, and we talked about that, there might just also be an issue that it doesn't physically fit on one disc. And then I think when we did the show, we forgot that wasn't part of the show that we do. We'd already
convenient, isn't it, Sean?
Yeah, it
conveniently saves our blushes.
Yeah. So whenever you think we've missed something,
no, we haven't. We just didn't record it.
Yeah, but we have said it at some point ahead of time.
Probably, yeah.
Totally.
Anyway, how does it feel, James, to fall in the same trap as Giant Bomb Nextlander? It must be pretty embarrassing.
I mean, it's called Farley's Fantasy Zone. It's not supposed to be full
That's
of
very
facts.
true. That
It's,
is very true.
It's
Yeah.
it's nonsense speculation, hence the name. So yeah,
So no feedback can be leveled at it ever
no,
because it's just rubbish. Good point.
absolutely
Okay.
not. Yeah, that's why it's the fantasy zone.
You can do whatever you want in the fantasy zone, can't
yeah.
you? You can say and do whatever the hell you like.
whatever the hell I want.
Okay, Eskil has messaged, Dear Monkey, Hog, Shamunk, and Triptaka. I absolutely agree with Dave's feelings on the PS5. I got one in 2023 when they were becoming widely available again. Ironically, a day before my laptop broke, preventing me from getting a new one for some time. I've only played 4 or 5 games in it, since one was a Yakuza game and one was Baldur's Gate. I'm not upgrading for another decade, I reckon. There are lots of PS4 games I haven't got around to yet, and with the price of PS5 games, I'll be using the public library much more than the PSN store. Thank you for cheering me on for my exams, results in a month. I feel it went very well, and for being the only podcast I listen to ASAP on release. Au revoir from Eskil.
Thanks,
That's
man.
great.
Nice one, Eskil. Yeah, it does not feel like it's been a hit of a generation so far. So I am fully happy with them extending the length of this gen. I want to see what they can do with that hardware. I don't think they've gotten the best out of the hardware
That's the
yet.
thing, isn't it? Like games have continued to be really good. It's just there's not been anything for a while that's been like, oh, technically this could not have been done 5-10 years ago. So,
Well, no, but we're never gonna get that now, are we? Because of like the spanning of generations. So we're not gonna get anything on PS6 that couldn't be done on PS5 because, the next Naughty Dog game that's a PS6 game, maybe, but it'll probably also come out on PS5, I guess, with the amount of PS5 sold at the time. The next Sony Santa Monica game, the same. Like I feel like we're at a
find
point,
it weird
unfortunately,
now if Sony released a new first-party game and it was also coming out on the PS4.
Yeah, it's
yeah, because we're like how many years in? 5 years in? No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Six. It'll be 6 in.
Yeah.
just over
So I
5
think
at the
that
moment,
makes sense now, and also PS5 is kind of tracking ahead of PS4. But I think by the time we get to the next Naughty Dog game, the next Sony Santa Monica game, I think they probably will be PS6 and PS5.
I think we just haven't seen enough. Like I know that the new Housemarque game I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we want to see Space Uncharted or whatever that is. I want to see more of that and actually get the vibe of it. When is it coming out? I want to see more from Sony this year, at least to get us excited about what they've got, what they're planning to work on. I mean, with the stuff we saw, Wolverine looked incredible. Let's see that. Let's get into that. Let's get hyped up with what they've got for us, and then maybe I'll chill out. Yeah, but for now, I want some more on my PS5. Thank you.
But I do think we're probably going to have this feeling for a long time, like maybe probably forever, about generations not properly starting because it's not that, holy shit, day one, this game couldn't be done on the last one. It's like, it's on both now.
That's not what I'm expecting. When I say I haven't felt like this gen's got started, I'm not talking about in terms of I want a game that could not have come out on the PS4. It's just the amount of first party, like top quality first party classics that have come out for the PS5, I'm sure is way lower than what had come out for the PS4.
It's definitely
by
lower
this
than
turn
PS4. Yeah.
in the
Yeah, I mean, I know to keep talking about Naughty Dog, they haven't released a new game on PS5 because they had like Last of Us 2 was on PS4, wasn't it? And then like they had like the remakes and stuff, and Intergalactic will probably be focusing on PS6 and making them out on PS5. But yeah, like the whole generation's going to go by. We haven't actually got a brand new Naughty Dog game. We've had
not just
God of
Naughty Dog,
War,
it's other first party Sony stuff. Like I want to see them constantly. Like it feels like they should have 3 big hitters a year, and maybe I'm sure someone will turn around and go, well, they had this, and this last year, but they didn't feel like big events, did they? As much as
it's not like. Do you remember that one of those last E3s they did where they had that event at the end that was all like theatrical, where they were like, we're just focusing on these 3 games that are coming out. I can't remember what they were.
And at the
it
time,
was
that
Spider-Man,
Last of Us.
Last of Us 2.
and Ghost of Tsushima, wasn't it?
I think it was Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
And at the
Yeah,
time,
you're
we were like, what? Like only 3-4 games, whatever it was. And now that's about all I would expect.
They
from
were
one
like,
of those
I'd want
shows.
3 or 4 games, please.
And we should mention as well, obviously, longer development times factor into
Yes.
this.
Yeah, everything's taking way longer. So we're getting like one biggie from each studio per generation, or sometimes not even one per generation.
I'm intrigued to see. Oh, go on.
I know. I think I know what James is going to say. Go on, James.
I was going to talk about hardware, but Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were going to bring up the whole the what is it, games as a service thing that they went down
Oh
again
yeah.
because you love talking about
I
that.
know, because it's been a fucking disaster, hasn't it? I mean,
Yeah,
it
kind
hasn't
of.
worked out. And
I mean,
Those we didn't see
Helldivers
after
worked out, but
games.
that felt like an accident.
Yeah.
was
I
the
don't know,
only
that's pretty
one.
harsh to say, but
Yeah.
Well, no, it's,
only
yeah,
one.
but I know what you mean, because when perfectly good games come out and fail for reasons no one can quite grasp, it's something
Yeah.
like yes, Helldivers was also really good and just happened to succeed. Like you can't
Yeah,
help but
yeah,
think
yeah.
there's a bit of luck involved. But
For
yeah,
sure. Okay.
I mean, if Marathon's a massive hit, like, will we think, okay, their strategy has worked? I mean, they've
No.
cancelled games. Every studio cancels games. Like, and we hear
Do
they've
you
cancelled
think
loads
it's
of
going to be a
games.
massive hit, Matt?
It's impossible to say. Like games like Arc Raiders and Helldivers, it feels like it's lightning in a bottle. It may or may not work. Like, lesser games have worked, better games have
I
not
think you're
worked.
right.
And
I
like,
think you're right.
maybe it could be massive, or it could be like, who's playing that anymore? Like, it's really, it really, I don't know. It depends. Like, I mean, like Concord, Pill's of Concord wasn't a bad game. It's just that no one really gravitated towards it. Pill
'cause it
seemed
was-
to love
yeah, it was
Helldivers
so-
minute
yeah.
one. They love the vibe. Arc Raiders, they thought it was cool and different. You know, so I don't know if Pill gravitated towards it, possibly, but it's just impossible to say one way or the other, really. But
I can't even imagine how big Marathon has to be to cover all the cancelled games and the Concords and the.
Yeah.
oh yeah. I mean,
hasn't quite hit.
no
I don't
one
think
game is going to be able to do that. I mean, even
Yeah,
like an Arc Raiders probably couldn't have covered all them. And
I remember when we saw the reveal for Concord, and it was like it looked quite interesting until we found out it was a games as a service game. It's like,
That was
it's like
that was
Yeah,
the problem,
although
wasn't it? It was
In
the,
fair, yeah.
the whole
Sorry.
sort of Guardians of the Galaxy style
Yeah.
CGI intro, and then it's like,
yeah,
oh,
I think
it's
that was a bigger rug pull.
yeah, and then it's just like, oh, it's
I don't
online
think
hero
it's-
shooter. Like, oh,
Yeah, I don't think it's the games as a service aspect that was bad, James. It was the fact that it was a hero shooter in the vein
Yeah.
of Overwatch, whereas like, you know, if you look at the biggest game that come out last year, or some of the biggest games that come out last year, Arc Raiders is right up there.
Yeah.
Massive success. That's a games as a service game. Gamers are like, people that play video games are willing to get into that
Yeah, it's not
idea
that.
of playing
It's
a game
true.
for a long time.
It's just that there's a limited number of those that it seems the
Exactly.
market can support. And
Exactly.
and also it
And-
has to have something new and interesting that it's offering to get people in. And yeah, like the hero shooter thing, it's done. It
Yeah,
seems
and
like
that's what I think Marathon's biggest hurdle is.
Mm-hmm.
What is its unique selling point with it? You know, Arc Raiders feels like, and I mean, of course, I'm saying this coming to it late, but it feels like something that's a unique console experience. You know, it's that we've had similar style games on the Xbox, but nothing as well executed as this. And as I said to Sean, what I find amazing about this game, we'll talk about it later, obviously. You can be playing the same game as other people, and it feels like a completely different game. Let me give you an example. You know, we were saying it on the stream the other night, like James set off a car alarm, and Sean and I were like, yeah, we don't get what that's about really, because the art don't seem to react to it at all. And then later in the week, I was watching someone who does PvP in Arc Raiders going, right, you know, I know these guys are over here because the car alarm just went off, which means they're in this general vicinity. And if I look up, there are birds flying over there, which they've just set up. So I'm tracking down this group. And I'm like, of course that's what they're there for. They're just for a completely different way of playing that game. So the scope of that game is huge. And I wonder if Marathon's got that. And if people are going to look at it and probably play it and go, oh, just go back to Arc Raiders. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's
Especially
what
if it
they have
doesn't-
to worry about.
especially if Marathon doesn't launch with like a whole like with really compelling features to begin with as well. Like it won't be good enough to like come out and say, oh, we've got a roadmap and it's gonna, you know, we're gonna be doing all this other stuff in the future. I think it needs to hit. You know, when it first came up,
It needs to hit, and they need to get the right people. I mean, let's face it, the right people are playing Arc Raiders to huge audiences.
yeah, that's what you're
And
seeing that the influencer
that
play
is
for sure.
huge.
It does.
Yep. Tuesday nights, Thursday nights. Don't know when it's going to be, but Sean will be
It's
streaming
Thursdays.
Arc Raiders.
It's always
It's Thursdays,
Thursdays now.
It always was Thursdays.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, we've got an interesting year ahead of us for sure.
Niall has messaged, to my shock, when I was listening back to a previous Gotti show, maybe 21 or 2020, James started off this after pod by singing his heart out. This was met by mainly David putting our favourite boy down for even attempting such a thing. Does this mean Singing Jim, alter ego Jolly Jim, is gone forever, or will we see the return of Singing Jim for this year's Gotti show? P.S. Lovely singing, James. Haters gonna hate. P.P.S. I also listened back to the 2023 show. I've never heard Sean more angry than when Cyberpunk released in 2020 was up for being cut from the 2023 Game Awards show. I'm pleased he called David both a cunt and a twat within the first 10 minutes of the episode.
Did I do that?
Probably. You did get very angry at
I
that.
was quite angry. Well, I thought you were like intentionally on the wind up, so I just thought, oh, it's all right.
No, no, I was being
Didn't realise you were
deadly
being
serious.
We
about
were
what I
deadly.
wanted to do,
Which
yeah.
is worse in a way.
Deadly serious.
I'm sorry if I called you a cunt and a twat, Dave.
That's all right. Everyone does. That
was just the teachers.
You got to do the at the end of it. Look, James's voice is incredible. I've had 2 experiences of seeing him sing. Do you see if you could work out what they are? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that would have been karaoke.
Yeah.
Karaoke bar in Sheffield with
in Sheffield,
Ian
yeah.
and Catherine and Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah,
and
that's
Matt.
good, yeah.
Yeah. And
On that live stream we did of the
karaoke live
Yeah.
stream on the Minecraft.
Minecraft,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's available for anyone to watch if you want to see James sing. Was it Eye of the Tiger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But the
forgot.
one-
I forgot that we were forced to do karaoke.
Yeah, the one. What did you sing again? You sung probably Arctic Monkeys.
Oh, I
didn't you?
think it was. I think Oasis or Arctic Monkeys. Probably
Oh,
Oasis.
yeah, I think it was Oasis. Yeah. Sean sang "Sitting is the opposite of stat," the biggest cop out of all time on that one. But there is one James singing story that I regret that I've not heard, and this did come up on a bonus show. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, James?
No, I don't. What was this one?
When you sang live on the radio.
Oh yeah. That was
Really?
with the
Yeah.
with the
Let's
Yeah.
not go into it.
yeah.
We did an episode of our bonus show where we all had to bring 3 facts about each other. We put them all in a hat and we had to work out what facts linked with what person. And one of them was, I sang on Capital Gold on Elvis radio
It was
station.
Capital Radio and Capital Gold, David. And I
I
got
think we
some
all thought
brilliant
it was
window
Matt,
stickers
and
for
it
that.
turns out it was
It was obviously James Farley, yeah.
Farley, yeah.
Also got Pat Sharp's
Pat
autograph.
Sharp's autograph, yeah, I know. It's. I was a big fan of that story, James. So, yeah, no, he's got a beautiful voice. He has got a beautiful
He
voice.
does. Lovely set of pipes on him. Going to end with Just Shields. Evening, lads. Just a quick bit of feedback. For context, this one goes out to those who watched the Twitch stream live. A few weeks back, I was talking to my ex and kids when I let out a little "oh yes" in the same tone of voice that Matt uses to affirm he's ready to do a pod when the pre-show banter is over. All 3 turned to look at me, startled by the new tick that suddenly appeared. The pause was filled with usual dad joke dismay that occurs when something cringe happens, and for a horrible moment I thought I would have to explain the source of these, along with apparently and oh ho ho, come in and know me better, man, and in the beginning, and yoke-based stims that I've adopted in the past few years.
Come in and know me better, man. I still love that
Can
line.
you please treat this with responsibility? Thanks. When introducing new ones, I have a reputation to uphold. Regards from Just Shields.
What is that one? I've not picked up on that one, James. Matt, what did you say?
I don't know. I mean,
You do it. I mean, what was weird about that, Matt, is because I know he's exactly what he's talking about. But when you
What
read
does he
it,
do?
when you read it, you didn't do it, which
yeah,
was the strange
what, I don't. What is it? Is that,
What's he doing?
You
You
was-
go
you was going-
like a yes.
Yeah, it was just
Yes.
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 Yeah.
All right.
Oh, right. You've got that.
What?
You've also got James goes, hockey. And that really annoys me. That really annoys me.
That's a teacher
Yes.
that I used to have.
Yeah.
And,
I couldn't help
Okay.
noticing, Shields, that none of the funny callbacks you mentioned there involved me. So if you could just think
Oh,
of something
start
funny,
start
I've
adding
said.
some. Start creating some, Sean.
There'll be loads.
No,
There'll be loads
Sean,
to
come
choose
on for
from.
now, Sean. Come on for now. Come on for now.
No, I'm not. No, you can't force these things.
Okay.
I'm not performing monkey. Do you know what I mean? Right?
Oh yes. If you want to leave us feedback, go to tcgs.co to leave your feedback.
Okay, let's get to the news. It's
Yes.
James Farley.
Okay, so game is in trouble again, as in like the high
Were they
street.
out of
way.
trouble? I thought they were just part of Sports Direct now, and that was their fate.
Don't they just
I think they are, but there's
But they're
been
still in
further
trouble.
problems. So they've gone into administration again. So Bloomberg have reported that they filed a notice of their intention to bring in insolvency administrators on the 29th of January. So that's already happened. And
Does this mean we can get DJ Hero for £2.50?
It probably doesn't.
No, have you been in any of these stores recently?
Yes, I have.
Oh.
I had a dream the other night that Harry come up to me and went, DJ Hero's £2.50 on the Xbox, and I was like, I'm gonna go and get it then because I want to play that. I don't know what's going on with me at the moment. I'm not having the most exciting life. If that's the best I could come up
Yeah,
with.
but
Sorry,
they
James.
started doing pre-owned stuff ages ago. So there was a Sports Direct near me, and the game section is, I don't know, like 1 5 foot in width kind of stand with really old games that cost 70 quid still. Cool. There was one upstairs in the big Sports Direct in the centre of Leeds, but that's just gone entirely. So there isn't
You
even a
still
game
have a
in.
standalone one in Sutton, mate.
Really?
Yeah, well,
We've
you
still
saw
got a
standalone ones in
standalone
Leeds and everywhere, but like even the ones that were part of Sports
No, I
Direct.
know they had
are
them
gone.
everywhere. But like we've still got ours, and you go in there and you just think, and it's in like a really quiet corner in like the older shopping mall in Sutton, and you walk in and you all right? Yeah. It's like walking into like a Londis in the middle of nowhere. You go to those Londis sometimes in the middle of nowhere, and the
Yeah,
person's
and
like staring at you as if like, what the fuck are you doing here? It's like one of those. It's wild.
But yeah, so this is apparently because of weak sales over the Christmas, and I did it again. I
Over
said
the Christmas. Fucking hell.
But yeah, as Matt said, they also stopped doing pre-owned games in 2024, and they also dropped their Xbox All Access and Reward scheme, and they don't do in-store pre-orders anymore either. That's also ended. And in April, I think this was last year, the company made redundancies. Like the majority of workers are put on 0-hour contracts, and then in August, the majority of the head office staff were let go. Do you want to hear what Nick Aaron, who is the game managing director, had to say? This is in 2023. About
Why
old
would
quote?
we talk about this now then?
no, it's relevant.
He's like, we can't wait for apparently a Switch 2 coming at some point.
No, it's relevant because we can
Apparently.
see how things panned out. So he said this. He said, "Gaming is our core business, and we will be the last man standing selling physical video games." And I think that's probably true.
I don't know if that's the boast that they think it is.
No,
No, that's
but
not true at all.
I mean, Smiths still sell them, and Smiths in a better
Smiths
position
still
in
sell
game.
'em.
Yeah.
Most supermarkets still sell them.
yeah. And
Don't
then he said, "We see our place in the market as proving that there is a place for physical, whether that be the collector's editions, which we see as the vinyl of video games, or the gifter who doesn't want to wrap up a download code for Christmas. But we need to be realistic. We have a business to run, and the expectation is this will decline. So we need to fill that gap."
And they filled it as a tat, and then
Yeah.
the tat didn't work either.
Yeah.
We've been over this story so many times, but it still saddens me every time. Like every time we listen to it, we're like, oh yeah, I mean, we've done, administration again. Oh, isn't it sad? There's no
say, it's
blah
the
blah blah. Retailers in the
fucking
UK, etc., etc. It is rubbish.
Watchmen meme, isn't it? It's 2019 and Gamer going into administration. It's 2026 and Gamer going into administration.
Yeah. How many times has this even happened?
Just spotted that, Matthew. Just spotted that.
What's that? What's happened?
well, you know what I'm talking about. What I've just
I
spotted.
noticed something.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Quite about.
Little something. Oh, I'm surprised you're not in a fucking vest trying to show off your new
Oh
ink.
yeah.
Matt's rocking his new ink. He's
Oh,
kept
really?
that quiet,
I
hasn't
didn't
he?
see that.
Have you
Okay.
not seen it?
No, I
Oh,
missed
you've
it.
exposed yourself now, mate.
Interesting.
Did you show them your Wookiee tattoo?
No, they did ask about tattoos, and I said, yeah, I previously got a Wookiee from a bet I did made in the podcast. They didn't ask to see that for quality purposes.
Cheeky
were
little
we?
Matthew Murray. I mean, it is bad for staff that work there. Obviously, like that shit. I mean, I say this every time. I've never seen a company treat their customers so shit. When they were at their biggest, it was actually disgusting the way they treated some people. I mean, I was actually lied to behind the desk once when I bought a console from them. Just flat out
What,
lied
like
to.
warranty wise, or
Yeah, do you want to get the game warranty? It's 1 year. It costs this much. I said, but it's covered by the Xbox warranty. But if it breaks, they will charge you £70 to look at it before that. And I'm like, no, they won't. It's a warranty. You absolutely
they're not
cannot.
mechanic.
That is not true. And they went, oh, well, if you don't want the warranty, then that's fine. And I was like, no, you just fucking lied to me. But that's just not true. And they like, it just enraged me how they treated people. What was it? Joe's dad bought a wrestling game for his son from Game, and they sold him the £40 season pass because they said, oh no, it doesn't, it barely gets you any wrestlers with the main disc. You need this as well, and then you get the wrestlers throughout the year. And it's like, no, that's not true. I mean, yes, there's DLC and stuff, but he was expecting, like, when he bought the game, he thought, oh, it's barely got anyone in it. It's got like 2 or 3 wrestlers in it. That was just a lie to get him to, look, I hated that fucking company.
To defend the staff, I'm sure they were probably on ridiculous targets about upselling and this and that because all other realms of profit were going out of the business. So I'm sure they're like, well, we need 25 of these this week, or your life's gonna be more hell than it already was. So
yeah,
tough
my
for the staff.
understanding is that once upon a time, basically each branch of Game was like pretty independent from the, obviously they still reported to head office, but like each manager was allowed to be a manager of their own shop, and then basically one day that all changed, and it was like, no, you do exactly what head office tells you, and that's that. So yeah, they'll have all been chasing mad targets and stuff, as you say.
So, of the big 3 that used to exist on the high street, which was your favourite? Like Electronics Boutique, Game Station, or Game?
Game Station when it was at its independent.
Yeah, because it felt like, this is like cool game, isn't it? This is cool independent. And they're like, you did genuinely know the managers, and it felt like their own store. Remember the one in Middlesbrough when I was at university? It was like, it felt like an indie shop, even though I guess it technically was at that point, but it felt cool and like a good place to be. Whereas Game, even then, felt
you
different.
used to be able to just go there and then go by the till, and then there'd be a game, and you just sit there and play it, and then the staff would come over and talk to you. Like it was nice. It was actually like nice to be in, and they weren't sitting there going, right, how much are you spending in here then, or what? Whereas, like, it was so stale, wasn't it, Game? And
EB I loved because that was like that was before. Was that before Game? EB, I mean, I remember being much younger, seeing Electronics Boutiques, but
I think they were concurrent, weren't they? I remember.
Yeah, they were.
Going to both of them. I always liked Electronics Boutique. And I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but the main memory for me was the branch of Game in the Manchester Arndale Centre. It just had a fucking enormous telly on the way in. I remember just standing and watching. It was like a trailer for like Final Fantasy VIII, which in hindsight would have looked awful because that would be like a 320p video. But at the time, it was just absolutely unbelievable. Virgin Megastores as well. They used to be cool.
And HMV. I'm
HMV,
sorry, but I used to
HMV
get most
stuff.
of my games from HMV when I lived in Milton Keynes because it was just a pretty good environment to buy games, and I could never say that about Game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next story. I got a Ubisoft update. There's more Ubisoft stuff has happened.
Ubisoft.
Yeah, and so the Ubisoft unions are calling for a 4-day strike, and the unions calling for this are the STJV, CFE-CGC, CGT, and the Printemps Écologique and Solidaire Informatique. Are calling for a massive international strike. And this follows on from all the game cancellations and redundancies there's been recently. And so the statement is calling for a 4-day strike across February 10th, 11th, 12th and 14th. And this is to say, like, basically no to Ubisoft's anti-remote work obsession, as they described it, to cost cutting and plans on, for employees to not have any sort of say in decisions that have happened. I mean, this is the quote. They said, "It's time for our management to understand that they cannot do whatever they want, whether with public money or the work of hundreds of people. Without us, Ubisoft would never have conquered and transformed video games as it has done." So, yeah, that's going to be a strike, it seems. So, yeah.
How much can they really do to stop this? So, I mean, it's good they're doing it, and the show of strength is always good. But I wonder how much what can they really do to stop or change
Well, I
Ubisoft's
think
plans.
Keep doing this. Make
This is what
things
unions
as
are for,
difficult
isn't it?
for Ubisoft as possible.
Because I think if you get like a big strike with all the Ubisoft workers basically saying we're not going to do any work, then it's quite difficult.
That's going to affect,
It's going to massively affect everything, and it's not like, I mean, in a lot of countries, it's not like they can even just say like let people go or whatever for that, because there is protection, that you can't do that. So this, I mean, I think this is probably a very good idea.
It's very good. Yeah, it's a good step to make. Yeah.
Okay. Next story is Dispatch. So Dispatch came out on Switch last week, and it seems that the explicit content was censored on the Switch. And I mean, Eurogamer reported this, and they said they added like black boxes to conceal like parts of the of like of the visuals and stuff. Like where there was like a nipple showing and stuff, they like put a black box over it and things
The
like
Areola, James.
Whatever. And
And
also
at one point, mate,
Is there a full nip?
there was,
maybe
yeah.
Maybe I didn't play it right.
I remembered it well.
No, I've just remembered. Yeah, not just one, but two.
Sean, can you retract that then? Can you apologise? Are you
I'm
going to
sorry.
apologise to me?
I'm sorry, James. I apologise. Yeah, I think it's because I'd seen a report on this where it had the scene with the areola and it had the little black bar over it. So I thought, I forgot there was a whole other bunch of stuff.
You and your areolas. It's
I'm
like,
obsessed.
Please stop saying that word.
I upset my mum once saying that word. We were on holiday.
And what was the context?
We were on holiday in the Lake District, and there was like
in the Lake District.
I want to see an areola.
check out that areola
no,
over
there
there.
was like,
that's a blue
there was like
tip.
a mermaid outside a shop, not a real one, obviously, just a representation of one, and it had enormous areolas on it too. So I said, "Christ, the size of her areolas!" Mum didn't think that.
How old were you?
27.
Okay. It's a tough thing to complain about,
areolas,
isn't
mate.
it?
Just start mentioning areolas. That's the one. We'll stick with that.
I don't think any podcast ever has said that word this many times. It's
Well,
just
they're missing out. No one's doing content like this, James.
No, that's true.
Two things. One, it's a tough thing to complain about, isn't it? I bought this game and I can't see the boobs. Like it's like
it's not just the boobs. They also
of
said
course there's the massive willy bit, isn't there?
Well, there was also the sex noises were apparently toned down as well. So there's less sex noises.
Hold on. Yeah, there's tons of dicks in it as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. One particular scene, which was fucking hilarious, by the way, with a knocked out henchman.
Oh yeah.
But like, also, what was the reasoning behind the censorship?
Okay.
They commented.
Yeah. So Ad Hoc said that like this didn't impact the gameplay or narrative, and then Nintendo gave a statement where they said Nintendo requires all games on its platforms to receive ratings from independent organisations and to meet our established content and platform guidelines.
You're having a fucking laugh with some of the shit on that eShop.
Yeah.
You fucking kidding me?
It's true, but you don't see areolas in those mostly. So
No,
it's just suggestive. But then Ad Hoc, this is what they had to say. They said, we initially assumed, like some of you, that because games like Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk are on the platform with similar types of uncensored mature content, Dispatch would be allowed to do the same. During the porting process, it became clear that this was not the case. So we asked that we include a disclaimer on the store page to inform customers that content would be different than on other platforms. We worked with Nintendo to get the storefront language approved, but the problem was that the text for the disclaimer wasn't put in the game description area. It was put in the disclaimer section, which it's not obvious where that is. Like you have to scroll down, I think, quite a lot more before you see that. So a lot of people, they just read the description of the game, and so Ad Hoc wanted it actually to be in the description instead, but it wasn't. And so basically the argument is that people felt duped because they didn't know that it was censored when they bought it because it wasn't clear.
I mean, maybe I'm being generous because I really like the game and by extension the people who made it. I don't really feel like they should have to apologise.
They did. This is what they said. They said, to our fans who were looking forward to playing the uncensored version on Switch, we're truly sorry. People have a right to be pissed. Lots of lessons learned here. Thanks for sticking with us. More soon. So yeah,
but there is no uncensored version on Switch, so it's not about the game. It's basically about how they did or didn't communicate the censorship, right?
Yeah. So
I mean, I think
I'm good of them to apologise. Personally, I don't know. I just can't imagine as a player being that upset about this stuff, and especially when it wasn't the devs' fault.
I mean, the annoying thing isn't this; it's more like the fact that the game's been censored. Who cares about where
I think calling it
warning
censorship
was?
is pushing it.
Oh yeah, it's
I think
changed.
certain elements of it have been toned down. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, their point is valid though. Games like Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk are on that platform.
Well, that's the more annoying thing is sort of good games aside, there's just loads of fucking awful filth on the eShop these days. Yeah. So it's incredibly weird for Nintendo to take a stance on this. I would say. Is anyone else just really surprised that the game runs on the original Switch? Assuming that's the case.
No, I mean I can't. There's not much. You're not actually playing much, are you? A lot of it, I'm assuming, is
but it's
quite
all real
pre-rendered.
Rendered stuff. Or a lot of it is.
It's real time rendered, do you think?
Yeah, loads of it is. Yeah, that's what I found so impressive about the visual style. Is like a lot of it, like it looks hand animated, but it's a lot of it's real time.
I will say one thing. I mean, this probably been good for them because I didn't even know it was out on Switch until I heard about this stuff. So no press is bad press. I don't know. It feels like this is also kind of just good because everyone now knows it's out on Switch.
Yeah.
So our official stance is it's a fucking good game, buy it. But if you want to see the Areolas,
if you need to see the areola and hear more sex noises,
and the penises,
elsewhere. And the penises, you got to go elsewhere. I'm afraid. Sorry.
But excellent game.
PC, PS5, Xbox, it's all fine. Just
all
go for
good.
Yeah,
on those platforms.
Okay. Next story is that we got the Virtual Boy coming. I got my email today to say that they were going to take payment soon for the.
How much was it again?
It was £63, I think it was.
Oh, maybe I'll buy it.
So that's.
I don't know. I'm tempted.
So they've announced that. So this is coming on the 17th of February, and they've announced the games that are going to launch with it on the the online service. So there's Tolero Boxer, Galactic Pinball, Red Alarm, Golf, Virtual Boy, Wario Land, 3D Tetris, and the Mansion of Innsmouth. What?
That's the one you want, isn't it? You want the 3D Tetris and you want the Golf.
The Mansion of Innsmouth.
It's that, and also Wario Land as well is supposed to be pretty good. Like Wario Land's the other one I want to play.
Okay.
And then later on, there's a bunch of other stuff coming, like there's Mario Clash and like Virtual Bowling, Mario Tennis, and stuff like that. But then also they're adding features so that you can switch out like colors as well. So I'm not sure how this is being done, whether it is that you have to buy like different filters or something for the headset or something, so you don't just have to have the red. But it's not.
Well, surely it just changes the
color of the screen, you idiot.
James.
Yeah, it'd be that. Yeah,
you don't have to buy a physical filter.
That makes a lot more sense. And I'm one
of those little red, like one of those little blue projector things that you slide in. Okay. Thank God.
You know the circular things. You put your arm and you like click the little white handle and you see like a different picture every time. That's what James imagines.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm a fucking
James.
idiot.
Yeah, you are an idiot.
James, you're absolute
But
twat.
also, that's coming later. It's not coming on launch. Okay. So it's that's good. But the other thing that was kind of interesting,
they got to produce all the little slides.
Yeah, a lot of films to produce.
Well, you wouldn't put it past them, like doing something so they can charge more money.
I actually would put it past them for that one. Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I'll come over for the next direct. It's just half an hour on the filters.
Yeah.
We're coming yellow.
I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to move on from my stupidity here.
So we're just not allowing it, are we? That's the problem.
Yeah, I hear this and I'm like, am I tempted to get one of these things? It'd be like a 15-minute, like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah,
and then I'll
James
use it again.
is the one. I could possibly have it on a shelf or something. Like James, I am fascinated to see if you react to this one like you did when we played it at EGX that time.
Me too. I felt sick
because you felt really rough soon after, didn't you? But I didn't know if that was you legitimately feeling rough after playing it, or if that was you like when you give a bit of like slur to a kid. They go, "Oh, I'm actually drunk. Actually, yeah." I didn't know if it's one of those.
No, it just gave me a bit of a headache. Like I came away. I only played it for about 5 minutes. I came away.
You were also hanging around with me all morning, so could have been that.
Yeah.
Could have been that.
But the other bit of interesting news from this is that there's 2 previously unreleased games that are coming later in the year as well. There's one that's called Zero Racers, which was a 3D F-Zero game that was supposed to come out in 1996, but was which was scrapped obviously because the Virtual Boy did terribly. And there was another game called it's called D Hopper, which was originally Dragon Hopper, which is like a top-down action adventure game that was also finished but then shelved in 1996.
Fucking hell! Google Zero Racers Virtual Boy and look at the screenshots of it.
How does it look?
Oh, rough. I mean, all
Fucking hell! What's the point?
Yeah, what is the point? Look at the state of that. Oh dear. All right.
Never mind.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to de-hopping later in the year.
It looks like, I mean, that looks like Star Wars. Do you know what I mean? Like,
It looks like the original Star Wars arcade, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's wild, but yeah. So that's coming soon. So that's the 17th of February. I'm very much looking forward to this because, it's.
It feels like Nintendo lost a bet, and this is the punishment.
Yeah,
for
they had to get out there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Final story is that Nate the Hate, who is
who we've always respected and we've always listened to, and always trusted.
We've never questioned it.
No.
And also Game Explain as well are also confirming this that there's going to be a Nintendo Partner Direct on Thursday. Yeah, so that'll be tomorrow after this comes out. Yeah, it's a Partner Direct, which is a bit disappointing.
It really is. I don't
But
want
we'll see more of the FromSoft
one.
game. Was it Dusk Blood? Yeah. So I'm forward to seeing that.
Who
Which I suddenly
cares?
realised I'm entirely.
I do.
Yeah, like when just remembering the other day, like, oh yeah, the FromSoft are doing a co-op game for the Switch too. Of course, I'm going to play it. That'd be a good time. Surely.
I thought you were done with FromSoft a while ago.
Co-op though, isn't it? Anything's good in co-op. It's
Well,
fine.
okay, fair.
Yeah, but there's Night Rain for that if you want the other
That's
stuff.
true. Yeah, and I didn't bother with Night Rain, so maybe I'm full of shit.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe
No one
we'll
knows.
see. Like at this, maybe we're going to see some Microsoft stuff.
Yeah, like what? You say it every time.
Like what?
Yeah. Like what? It won't be Forza 6.
It could be Forza Horizon 5. That's possible. We could see.
That's Southern Side coming out. Like fuck you what?
I've had half a water, so yeah. Like fucking what, you twat. Yeah, I mean, Fable isn't going to run on Switch too.
No, but
So
stuff
it'll be
like,
older ones.
Yeah,
stuff
maybe
like
on
Gears
the
of
Series
War
X.
and stuff like that would, I could see.
Shit, that would be good. Fable 1, 2, and 3 coming out for the Switch. I'd
Yeah,
take
then you
that.
can just play Fable 2 and ignore 1 and 3.
Yeah, 1 and 3. Yeah.
Well, one was
I never
alright.
played 1 actually. I
It was
never played
alright.
1
1.
was okay,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, 2 was the one that just had that really bad ending where it was like it was slideshow at the end, wasn't it? Or was
That was
that
Fable
3?
3, that was. Where the
Right,
final
okay.
boss was just an enemy you already fought 30 hours ago. And then there's, just some text on the screen like, yeah, you did it.
This is what happened
Yeah.
because of what you did. I was like, okay, Peter.
Yeah, I mean, Phil's got a good point. Starfield on Switch too. Maybe we'll
That
get that.
or Avowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be another one.
Yeah, there's old
I was
times.
thinking,
Does anyone
actually,
care?
is there Fallout Collection on Switch? Because
Have you, just quickly, on Starfield,
Oh yeah.
have you seen our Discord lately?
Are they
No,
loving it?
go
Are
on.
they?
It's come up a few times lately, and everyone's like everyone on there is just like the most incorrect the lads have ever been. Starfield.
Rubbish.
oh, well, that's not true.
I didn't play enough to have
been
a full
way
comment on
more
it.
About
incorrect.
loads of stuff.
Even one of the
About
developers,
fucking tons of stuff.
even one of the developers of that game said it's very difficult to make space interesting. I mean, that's like that gives you an idea of what they. Oh man.
Yeah, sorry, just to confirm before people start sending. Yeah, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition was officially confirmed for the release on Nintendo Switch 2 in 2026.
Oh, right,
So I may have to play through that again. I've been itching for a Fallout game. Although I remember having a lot of problems with Fallout 4. Okay, sure.
And that's it. That's the end of the news.
All right. Well, it's time to get on to what you've been playing. There's a new game on our list, and it's Cairn.
Ken.
Is that
Cairn.
if you pronounce it? I saw the reviews for this seem pretty good. Been getting eights and that.
I played the demo a while ago, and it
Did you?
stressed me out.
Oh, really?
But yeah, everyone's saying it's good. So
Matt, James, you've both been playing this. What is Cairn, and is it any good?
Come on, James.
No, you can...
Yeah. So James and I've only basically I've only played like an hour. I've still finding it really, really hard to get into anything at the moment. But yeah, Cairn's a climbing game, but unlike Jusant and maybe also you can put baby steps in there, this is a much more challenging climbing game than those, where you have basically all your limbs are managed separately. There is like the default mode is like auto selection of the limbs. So basically, like you go up to a surface to climb these huge mountains and whatnot, rock faces. You press square and like I think left arm goes up, then right arm, then left leg, right leg. So you do, but you can, if you want, you can do manual if you're a total psychopath. But there is just an automatic. So you basically your limbs are controlled separately. You climb up rock faces, and it's really, really challenging. Even in the initial training levels I was doing, there's like when you start the game, and the game I can't remember the name of the character. Basically, I think it's her goal to climb Mount Cami.
Yes.
Friend of the show, Cami. Yeah, so
he's been getting a lot of messages this week.
Yes, I bet it has. Yeah, yeah. So lead protagonist is her life goal to climb Mount Cami, and you're there armed with you and a little robot guy who like helps you on the journey. It helps you with like your pitons and enables you to.
Can I ask? Does it look like it? Because the video footage I've seen, it looks like fucking gets in the way and would irritate the shit out of me. Does it?
No, absolutely
Is that just
not.
the little clip? Excellent. Good.
It's you. I mean, from my experience so far of playing for about an hour and a bit, I've only just got. Matt, have you got as far as the actual title screen coming up?
No, not yet. No.
Okay, so that's because this is the thing. I mean, so yeah, I've got past that, and I've actually got onto the actual mountain now because that stuff at the start, I thought I'd already started the game, like with the climbing of the mountain.
Yeah.
It's like no, then I got to the end of it. It's like congratulations on completing the training area, and it's like this has taken me about 45 minutes.
I thought the training area was a bit of all the kind of the indoor climbing kind of center you walk through at the beginning.
It's you then have to climb like a smaller mountain, and then you get through that, and then there's like a whole title sequence that it's very kind of like Death Stranding, like the way it does it, because you like start walking like along this like a ridge, and then it like pans out, and then it's like the title screen comes up. It's just
Excellent.
it's like the start of Death Stranding 2, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but even this early hour, I'm finding it quite difficult. I mean, a lot of people I've seen tweet about this have said, yeah, so this is not your kind of, oh yeah, you put your hand on the yellow paint and you climb up a wall and that's it. Like, it's not that at all. As well as working out where to put your hands and your feet, and like it's not telegraphed. You have to look at the rock face you're climbing and then see if there's kind of little areas to put your feet, but it's not clear. Like you look up and you're like, where the hell do I go? I guess I'll just go up and hope I start to grab onto the right things. You can press, I think it's L1 to get like the camera goes back and you see a much larger view of location to almost plan your route. But all I'm seeing is like a flat rock face basically going up. So that's not helping me much at the moment. And then I'm just kind of doing it off, I'm feeling out as it were as I go up. It's not like, okay, I'm going to go left there, right there, left there. So I find it really difficult. But that also means that everything I do is incredibly tense because I'm like, will I make it up here? I don't know. Like, so yeah, I'm finding it difficult so far. Did you find it difficult from minute one, did you, or not, James?
I kind of did. It was funny because I was interested in this because I love climbing, like in games. I like it a lot, and but then I was also a bit wary because of the fact I still haven't finished Baby Steps, and I was like, I don't know if I've got it in me to do another one of these.
It's got to be hard, hasn't it? It's got to be hard to do this alongside that.
Yeah, because it's not the same, but there are similar mechanics at play. The fact that
Yes.
you, as Matt said, you're like controlling limbs, and which is
I feel like me playing the Baby Steps has meant, okay, I'm specifically looking, where's my hand go, where's my foot go, is it solid, move on. So I feel like I've got some good knowledge and experience from Baby Steps alone.
See, and also the other thing, like you were saying, Matt, is that sometimes when you look at the surface, it can be a bit difficult to figure out like where the handholds are or where you could. I mean, but I've discovered as it's gone on that doesn't really matter so much because you can even on surfaces that are flat, as long as you put your foot in like the right sort of angle, you can still get some purchase on it, and then you can still pull yourself up. And I've started to get. I've as I said, I've got onto the actual mountain. I've gone a couple of the stages up, and I'm absolutely loving this. And one of the reasons is because as opposed to baby steps, like one of the other things with this game is
Let's
it has...
not slag off baby steps. I'm watching. I'm warning you. Game of the year, mate.
Yeah, fucking train. It's it's
Yeah,
like
even with the train game of the year.
with this you got like there's stamina obviously as well. So as you're going up, you have to sort of take breaks as you're going up and find places to sort of like rest, because if you don't, you will fall. And then, as Matt said, you have like the pitons as well that you have to like smash into the wall, but you only get like a certain number of those. And they're sort of really like you're basically creating your own checkpoints as you go up.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, yeah.
But even they have like a little mini game, and they take a little bit longer than you imagine. So if you're well, maybe I'm probably doing it too late. I'm like, okay, my legs are wobbling, my arms are wobbling. I'll get a piton out here now, and you press square, I think it is, and then like a bar goes. It's a little bit like active reload. Was it active reload on Gears of War? Where it's like a line and a box, and you got to hit square when like the thing goes across into the box to get a perfect piton. Otherwise, it could be twisted, or I guess does it slower, and then you can fall off, which I've done countless times. I got an achievement for like putting a piton in, but not enough stamina to actually hold on to it, and falling off and dying. So there's that. There's also like you have tape on your hands, and so like the less
chalk.
of that on, and chalk. So like you get chalk from the robot, the climbing robot you have next to you. You can tape up your hands when you're on solid ground, and the more tape you have, the better grip you have. So there's loads of things that are happening. But there's also just general health. I mean, I've fallen off even in this early stage a bunch. I haven't died quite yet. I got very close, but I fell off enough times to be like, yeah, you're absolutely fucked. There's also you can sleep. Yeah, so there are save points, and there's a bivouac you can go in, and you can sleep to get more energy, but that also costs or takes off or increases hunger because you've had food and stuff. So you can cook certain meals to get different buffs. You can upgrade all sorts of things. It feels like there's a lot going on initially, and I'm still just getting the basics of how do I climb, where do I climb, because it's really overwhelming instantly, I think. Well, it was for me.
But one of the things you can do is if you go into accessibility, you can change some of these things to make it less painful.
Oh yeah, like what things can I change? What things have you changed?
Like you can say like I don't care about the food thing. Like if I don't want to have like hunger as being something which is going to irritate me going up this mountain. So you can customize like quite a lot of the options to make it easier. Basically, if you just want a pure sort of just a climbing experience rather than a survival experience, you can do that.
It could be pathetic. Am I? This is going to sound bad, right? I'm aware of it. But does anyone else have that situation where I always feel bad about going into accessibility options because I want it easier for me rather than actually genuinely what they're set out for?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not that I've got any sort of impairment. I'm just rubbish.
Well, I think accessibility settings,
exactly.
obviously, people might have issues playing it in certain ways, but I think they're also now just to make it more accessible for everyone.
Yeah, I
think it's changed.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's changed, I think. Yeah.
Disability necessarily. It's just as Matt says, it's just options that make it more accessible to whoever.
Yeah, and to be fair, I'm not sitting there going, "Well, I should be fine." Like, there's none of that going along. It's like it's more me, like my brain going, "This isn't made for you, Dave. Don't get involved." Like, you know what I mean? There's people that genuinely need this stuff, and it's not for the big baby that wants an easier game. You know? Yeah, but that's cool that stuff there because
That's what I'm saying.
That's great.
It's like if you're coming to this thinking like this is another baby steps, which is going to be like ridiculously, it is difficult, and it's like if you want it to be that, it can be that, but if you want to tone it down a bit, you can. Like it's
good to know because, as I say, so I played the demo a little while back, and basically had a fall and found it really upsetting because obviously this poor character you're controlling is just like screaming and then crumpled up on the floor. She was all right, she survived, but didn't feel good about it. And obviously because it was a demo, I was just like, I'm not getting invested in this now. Knowing that those options are there in the full game, I'm certainly more likely to check it out. Definitely.
There's also free difficulty modes as well. Like, did you go for medium or did you go for easy, James?
I just went for Explorer. I went for that because I can't be bothered with like.
Well, I've started off on medium, which is like the way it's mainly played, and if I need to change it, I will do. And I have done that more recently. But I mean, I've heard nothing but great things, and I watched some reviews, and it feels like you either, not fast at all, or this game absolutely kind of enraptures you. Like some of the reviews, I think it was IGN actually. It's like a really well written review, and the video is really like it talks about the emotion of the character and their desires and what they were doing it for and how that impacts what the player's thinking. So yeah, I feel like some people absolutely adore this, and others might think it's probably not for me. But like, I'm in an hour in, I'm desperately trying to find a game this year that actually like grabs me, and hopefully this is it. But you're just an hour in. So do you think you're continuing, James? What is it you're loving about it so much? Is it
this is the thing, because like when I first started, like especially on the training area, I was like, I don't know if I want to play this, especially after, like as I said,
baby steps
again. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this again. But then after I got over that and then started to go up the mountain, I really, once you get to the top of like, because there's like areas that are like natural like sort of break points where you get up and then you can like bivouac down again and stuff like that. And I got to that point and I felt a massive sense of achievement, like having got up there. And then because I was like, I planned as I was going up, I was like, okay, I'm going to plan my way like around this to see how I can get, like to the right sort of holds and stuff like that. And I felt big achievement for that, and it looks amazing as well. Like it looks so good, and it's also got like, all these weather effects and stuff as well, which is pretty cool. It's
I think it looks nice. It's cell shaded, isn't it?
Yeah.
And but like I think it was really ropey frame wise. Do you know what I think? Like it was. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe I need to restart my console. I turned it on. It's like almost like chugging as I was turning around. Like especially even in the training section. But maybe it's my console.
Are you teeing up for a pro? Is that where we're going?
No,
Probably
absolutely not.
On the pro.
Yeah, probably will be. Oh, don't say that, Sean. We'll get feedback. But yeah, I'll keep playing it. I'll force myself to keep playing it.
It's for me. It's just been a nice, pleasant surprise, and it just feels, I'm enjoying playing it. It's good.
Yeah, because I did like Jusant, but that was much more narrative, less climbing. This is the other way around, I think.
It went a bit silly with the climbing, didn't it? I never finished it, and I do wish I had, but I remember just really it just really threw me off when it was like, because I enjoyed like the climbing itself was quite light touch, it's just like kind of just keep going for handholds, and it was sort of, you'd only control your arms in Jusant, didn't you? Your legs kind of just did their own thing. But then it was fun putting a pit on in and then dropping down and then doing a wall run to swing to something.
Yes.
Like, that stuff was really cool. But then when it was like, and now there's these little bugs on the wall you have to grab hold of. So they go
to help you climb up and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was like, I don't know.
I just remember just feeling annoyed by that game, whereas mostly because of those things. But with this one, because this feels more serious, like this, it doesn't feel like I'm not going to be doing wall running in this and stuff like that. I don't think it's really just about the climb. It's good,
cool.
It's about that climb life, isn't it, James? About that climbing way of life, baby.
It's all about the climb life. Yeah.
It's all about the big mountain and the passion to climb it, isn't it, James?
But because it's there.
Because it's there, Dave. That's right. You don't get our lifestyle, mate. It's all about the chalk and the rope.
Perfect time to release this game as well after that Netflix documentary about the guy who climbed the tower. So they couldn't have worked out any better if they tried.
Yeah, nice.
I imagine that had zero impact on sales, Matt. That's my prediction.
No, but some people might be like, I'm into climbing now. It's a climbing game.
Is that how people
one
work?
film and now I'm a big
they might be like, wasn't that guy who climbed the tower inspiring? And then people kick off because there's a ladder at the end. It's like, mate, he's done like the whole tower. Like, he's allowed the ladder to the absolute peak.
But surely get Spider-Man then if you want to climb towers. This isn't that, is it?
I just think climbing, I think there's like, might have a climbing moment.
It's a weird link to make.
Boss
What, climbing? How is that a weird link? That's the link. He was climbing tower. This is a climbing game.
I like the
You like to be Spider-Man. You can't fucking be Spider-Man.
That there was a documentary about climbing a skyscraper out, because this game would have fucking tanked otherwise. But Jesus,
Didn't say that. I
lifesaver.
just said, isn't it great timing that there's two climbing things that people are talking about at the same time?
Climbing things.
I could see that in the marketing for the game. There's a big whiteboard with circle around two climbing things at the same time.
That there's another climbing
fortunate.
thing happens.
Like the frame rate's fucked. We can't really. We've got to.
Yeah, climbing things happened.
There's going to be two climbing things.
Dum dum. Look at this. Okay. Sean, you've been playing video games.
Oh, it's been a funny old week.
Yeah.
I got Isaac into Zenless Zone Zero.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if you remember this.
I do remember Zenless 0. Yeah, what was?
It's from the people who made Genshin Impact and the one with the train with the weird name that I can never remember.
I googled it 8 months ago. Apparently.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah, last time we mentioned it.
You must have talked about it down then. Yeah.
And I've had this sort of constant like wanting to love it, but then trying to play it again and just being absolutely sort of like enjoying the combat and stuff. But then there's all this story stuff and there's all the gacha shit. And yeah, and then basically, so last week I was like, actually, I think Isaac would probably really like this, and because he's got his Retroid Pocket G2, which is an Android device, I was like, oh yeah, shit, you could just play it on that. And he fucking loves it, and he's just been playing the story missions, and I was like, oh yeah, you can just do that for free.
You can do it in Genshin, though, to be fair.
You can, no, absolutely, yeah. It was just, I think whenever I've tried to play it, I've been like, oh man, this seems really cool, but I'm like, felt so bombarded by all the stuff outside the story and all the stuff it kept throwing at me that I was just like, I don't really understand the sort of structure of this. Whereas it turns out you don't have to if you just want to play the story missions. So I was like, oh shit, I should probably get back into this. And yeah, it's sort of finally actually clicking now. I mean, the gacha stuff is still absolute hell. Every time you load up the game, there's about 20 things you need to go and look at because it's like, oh, you've done this achievement, you've done this, you have another 5 monochrome or whatever it is. There's about 50 different currencies for different things. That stuff is horrible. And I did have to have a chat with Isaac because he did his first like gacha pull, right? And it was like, oh, you've got an S rank thing, you've got 3 A rank things. And he was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I was like, right, that will never happen again. Ever. That's just what they do because they know it's your first one. So yeah, so I've had to just be like, look, because and now he's like, oh, can I spend money on this? I'm like, you can, but I promise you'll regret it. Anyway, we're both just sort of playing through the story in tandem. What is annoying is because I was thinking, oh, I wonder if there's like a co-op thing in it now, and there has been occasionally, but it's always been like timed events. It's clearly something they're like trying out. So they once did a co-op mode and it was like super bare bones, and then they've had like. And then like last month they did another one. It's like, this time you can like choose a character, you can partner up with your friends and you can do some combat and stuff. So they're sort of iterating on it, but it's only timed events. So I was like, right, we could have played this together last month and now we can't. So that's great. But yeah, it's really enjoying it. It's fucking daft as well. Like the way because obviously they're always bringing out new characters and they want you to spend, money on the gacha stuff to try and unlock them. And like, so the characters
I usually know where this goes, though. This is the problem. What is the focus of the new characters that are more expensive?
They're often ladies, Dave.
Yeah,
with certain physical proportions.
Okay,
it's
fucking hell.
Yeah,
Areolas.
No visible areolas. Maybe
that's another episode title, Matt. No visible areolas is a very good episode title.
There's so many.
But yeah, it's like. So there has to be a constant escalation in terms of like how good those characters are. Because obviously, everyone wants the new character because it's got some mad new mechanic or whatever. But also, it's like the most recent one. I feel like you just press the attack button and she like splits into about 5 different copies of herself, and there's like swords raining down from the sky and everything. I'm just like, when you press the hit
sounds
button,
banging.
Jesus
Actually,
Christ.
to be fair,
it is cool. That's the thing. Like, it is a really impressive, just like visual feast. Like, it's just, there's also all this like mad shit going on, lasers and explosions and stuff. And I'm like, there is more to the combat. But also, yeah, it's just funny how the most recent characters, like, you just press a few attack buttons and just all this mad stuff happens. It's bizarre. Anyway, so yeah, I've been playing Zenless Zone Zero.
Yeah,
I don't any money, but
I still log into Genshin every now and then. I don't know why. Like, basically, just I'll get an email saying, "Hey, you can get loads of I can't remember what the name of the currency is."
Whatever they are.
Yeah, like log in. I was like, okay, I'll log in. And then I think, oh no, it turns out I've deleted it. Okay, I'll reinstall it. That's like 4 gig. I've reinstalled the packs, another
like
gig.
30 gig the whole
Yeah,
thing.
it's massive. And I'm like, okay, I'll get the thing. Oh, I'll delete it now because it's taking up half my phone. Yeah, because I remember playing that and enjoying it. And I'm thinking, me struggling to get into games, maybe I'd just play something like that. Or actually, on the weekend, I was like, maybe I'll get back in Stardew Valley. Like, I need something clear to I need something to reset myself or something I can find myself in.
I do love this shit. You know, we're at the situation now where there aren't many games coming out at the moment, and all of us are thinking, maybe I'll do that. And the moment a new flurry of games comes in, we're like, oh, thank God, because like what was I thinking about? I was thinking about doing a run of, oh shit, there was an old game that I was like, I'm definitely going to play through this again. Yeah, that was Fallout. I mentioned it earlier. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
right, I'm going to do a Fallout 3 run because it's been so long, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, no, Guitar Hero, I want to get back into it. How the fuck can I play Guitar Hero again? And it's just, I know all I'm doing is just biding my time for when games start coming out again, because God, I'm fucking desperate for it at this point.
But it's not games are coming out. I mean, like TR-49 we'll talk about, that should be right up my street. So I played it 2 hours, I just stopped. Cairn, I've done an hour, stopped. There's some other game I played the other day. I was like, what is fucking wrong with me? So it's
There's
not
nothing wrong with you, man.
games are
That's the
coming out. I'm just not, nothing is grabbing it. And obviously Resi's out at the end of the month.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully that does something.
We've got,
It's
we
always
got
the way,
the
though,
animal
isn't it?
as well,
Sometimes
Matt.
The animal is that February or March?
Is that soon?
It's February. Yeah,
Okay.
it's in 2 weeks. I think it's coming out.
Okay, we've got that as well. I mean, hopefully one of these will pique my interest. But yeah,
Sure. But I've got a guitar for the Xbox Series X up on my screen at the moment, and it's down from £130 to £89. And I'm fucking
Cool.
tempted, Matt.
That's quite
I
a
am
lot.
tempted.
Quite a lot of pounds.
I mean,
I know.
you're sure
it
you
is-
get
I
second,
can't
something second
talk.
hand that will work.
I can't talk. I placed another order with Lost in Cult this week, so
Yeah. Also, it's only slightly more expensive than James's Virtual Boy plastic thing. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know, I would love to play like Rock Band again or something like that. I often think about it, but yeah, they're prohibitively expensive. that
Well,
stuff.
we want it. You'd only be given the microphone, mate. We just want to hear that beautiful voice.
I reckon
you
James will be
anywhere
one of
near
those
those
drummers
drums.
who sings.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's a few of those, isn't there? Always pisses me off a bit.
Yeah, they're all doing it.
All right.
So you got Isaac into gacha games.
Yes, probably going to regret it, but we'll see. A part of me is tempted to just be like, look, if you
Here's £100.
yeah, £100, go nuts. No, like if you spend, because that's usually my rule with like these sorts of free to play games is, if I've put 20 hours into it and really enjoyed it, and I think, well, yeah, I would have happily paid 10, 15 quid for this, then I'll allow myself to do that, and then usually I'll do the gacha pulls or whatever and be like, oh, this is rubbish. I shouldn't have done this. But the point is, I was happy to spend the money because it's what I would have spent on a game anyway.
Yeah.
So I might sort of try and do that with him and just be like, look, you spend your own money on this if you want. I promise you'll be disappointed with whatever you unlock. And then that'll be lesson learned. Or maybe he'll just
It
get
might
the
be like
bargain
me
and
and
want
get
to
the
do more.
bargain. We're like, let's
Yeah.
download Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah.
Which, in my defense, I would have spent 100 quid in that game anyway. So
Moving on.
I love the way you ended that, Matt.
That was the best sound ever.
Okay.
At the behest of listener Jackie Sniper, I played Against the Storm this week. This is from 2023, and it's something I've had my eye on for ages. I think I played. It was on PC Game Pass, may still be, and I played a bit of it ages ago. I was like, yeah, it seems cool, and then never really sort of got into it. And then it got mentioned on the Discord, and I was like, yeah, do you know what? I'll see how much that is on loaded.com. It is £2.39. So I thought, yeah, why not? And then what happened was it was 3 a.m. and I was still playing it.
Oh,
So-
that's dangerous.
It's dangerous. Good game though.
yeah, I am.
It's-
After you talked about it, and I think I saw your post on Discord saying, it's only £2.39. I googled it, and the first kind of things come up in like there's like YouTube thumbnails say this is the greatest sim builder of all time, and / I've lost my life to it. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna close that tab now.
Easily done. It's a city builder. It's like a fantasy setting. Sorry, Dave. But basically the
See
setting
ya.
is the setting is there's this big landscape. There's this citadel in the middle, and there's a storm going on the entire time. It never stops raining ever. And then like once every few years, there's a mega storm, which means everyone has to come back to the citadel because that's the only place that's safe. But then once that passes, people start sort of expanding outwards again and trying to collect resources and stuff to bring back. So there's this sort of back and forth cycle. So it is actually basically a roguelike or roguelite structure, in that each run you'll spread out. You'll do a few cities. That's one thing that's really cool about it. You know, a lot of city builders or park builders, whatever, you do your first park, and then after about 3 hours, you're like, I now know all the things I would have done differently at the beginning, now that I understand the game a bit better. So this is like, well, you build one place, and then after about an hour, it's like, right, on you go, move on, next map. And you're building lots of little settlements, so it's not just the one, one that you sort of build on forever. And what's cool is, for each settlement you're building, the queen is for some reason permanently pissed off at you. So there's a little queen like impatience meter. So basically, you're on a timer, right? And you can pick these like little objectives to do, like, so deliver certain materials, build certain things, make sure your residents have like certain happiness or whatever. So you can pick and choose those, and then by fulfilling them, your queen is like, all right, fine, I'll lay off you for the next 10 minutes, and then the meter starts going up again.
Does it say that she's not amused?
It's not amused at all.
Yeah.
And then basically once you've completed enough of these objectives, your sort of renown bar, or whatever it is, like fills up.
Sorry, I
then
just
you move
fucking just don't even try, James, please.
Come on, it was a little history gag, you know.
Yeah,
I had to put it in there. Don't have a go at me.
Get your fucking
Dave, we
t-shirt
need it.
on.
Fuck you.
Go on.
Anyway. Yeah, and so it's just unbelievably compelling, sort of constantly going from settlement to settlement, slightly different maps, different resources available, different conditions, and you sort of each time you sort of finding your way through it. And you sort of basically you start off in, every map, you start off in this one sort of central bit, and you're surrounded by forests. So you build, houses for people to live in and different places that produce different resources, but also you send your little woodcutters out to sort of cut through the trees, and then they find new glades with new resources, sometimes problems you have to solve. There's no like combat or anything, but they'll be like, oh yeah, we've found this like fucking giant worm sticking out the ground, what do you want us to do about it? And you can either sort of try and kill it, or try and feed it. There's always like different options of like different ways you can handle situations, and apparently that affects stuff in the game later on. I haven't really got to that point yet, but there's like somewhere quietly it's measuring like your loyalty to the crown. So there are some options you can choose where it's like, so it's like when you find some resources, right, by law you're supposed to send them off to the citadel so the queen can have a nosy, or you can just smash the crates and take the stuff for yourself. So it's like, oh, so, if you send it to the queen, if there's like a little loyalty icon, right? And it's like, oh, this means you get more loyalty. I don't know what that means yet. So there's, decisions like that are quite sort of interesting. I mean, like, keen to see sort of where that leads. It's just fucking endlessly compelling. And because it's got this sort of relatively bite-sized sort of approach to a city builder, it means like I'm doing one, and we're like, right, okay, that's done. What time is it? It's 11 p.m. I can probably squeeze in another one. Oh, I did that one quite quickly. It's only 11:45. I can probably do another one before bed. And then before you know it, it's 3 a.m. and you feel incredibly guilty. So £2.39, well worth it, I would say.
Yeah, bargain.
There's loads of DLC, and I might have to get involved with that as well. See how we go.
Yeah, I've seen here on Steam, get a full bundle with like, I guess 4 games for like 41 quid.
Oh, nice.
And a supporter pack. Keepers of the Stone, Night Watchers. Yeah. My word.
Very good
Cool.
game.
Anything else?
Yes. So the last one I've been playing, as Matt alluded to, I've been playing TR-49. So this is the new game from Inkle, or a beloved UK game studio. So they did, what was the one you guys
They
played?
did Expelled last year, which I loved.
That was it. And then
Overboard, is that another one?
Overboard. That was, I sort of didn't get on with Overboard. I found it a bit, I don't know. So that was the one where you basically start the game, you have just murdered your husband, and then you're trying to get away with it, which is quite a fun concept, obviously.
Expelled was brilliant. You played that as well, didn't you, James?
I did, yeah, and I had a pretty good time with that one. There was I'm trying to remember what other ones they've done that I really liked. There was another one that was like in the Swiss Alps, from what I remember, that was good. Was it Over the Alps? Was that them? No, that was someone else.
Who was Over the Alps? I can't remember now. That was really
They did 80 days as well.
Yes, they did 80 days. And what's cool about Inkle is the tools they've developed. I'm pretty sure, I think it's called Ink, isn't it? And so it's like a scripting tool, and it's used in like tons of other games apparently, including
really?
that you would never think. So yeah, good people. And so this is their new game, TR-49. Obviously I'll be careful tiptoeing around spoilers. I'll describe it sort of quite literally. I think there's a lot to be said and sort of analysed about this. I'm not at a point where I'm capable of that yet, I don't think. But the basic premise is you are in this manky old room where there's this old computer, and you turn it on, and essentially you've been told. So this computer is from this sort of the 1940s, and they sort of explain early on that it was built to for decoding messages from the Nazis or whatever during wartime. But then it sort of gained this new purpose because they were able to feed it texts, right? So books, pamphlets, letters, whatever. And they became fascinated with what this machine could do if they just fed it more and more stuff. This is sounding familiar. That's on purpose. And basically you've been sort of tasked with finding this one particular thing in it. But the way you do that is you can't just look up everything that's in it straight away. The only sort of real input method you have is this sort of one text input thing where it's 2 letters, 2 numbers, hence TR-49, right? That's one of the commands you can do. And so every bit of text that's logged in this computer has like a reference, letters and numbers. So you're trying to find this one thing in particular, but you're doing it via looking through loads of other bits of text and spotting clues, references to other texts. I think that means if I type this in, it'll bring up this book or whatever.
So it's like there's a kind of because that a bit like Her Story kind of thing, like of
a little bit, yeah. But more intuitive, I would say,
because you're being fed more information to be able to make those decisions.
And it feels like you're sort of more logically deducing sort of what to do next. And I think what's sort of cool is that, so obviously it's brilliant when you pick up on a set of clues and you think, hang on, I reckon that means if I type this in, and it's always a thrill because if you type something in and it doesn't work, it kind of just sits there and doesn't do anything. So when you sort of have a hunch, I'm like, oh shit, I reckon if I type in SE29 or whatever, that's not a real one, and then it starts going and reeling off, and you're like, oh shit, oh god, it's done something brilliant. That's always a great feeling. But what's also interesting is there are situations where you might have some pieces of the puzzle and then you can just tumble the numbers, right, until you get the right one. And it's easy enough to do that. It doesn't feel like you're cheating necessarily. But it feels like there's some space to brute force it if you're a little bit stuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dave, I feel like you...
Yeah, no, when Sean or Matt or James talk about a game that I've not seen before, I always bring up game footage on YouTube so I can get into the vibe of what you're talking about. And just when you said SE29, I clicked on some footage and it had on the right hand side SE92, and I was like, for a moment I thought, oh, the fuck, yeah, no, it's not. But it's also a bit fucking. It's not like, oh my god, but also a bit fucking weird, isn't it?
We all live in a simulation, Dave. It's fine.
Yeah, that's right. That was fucking freaked me out for a second. Yes.
So and for example, you cotton on to the fact that there's a series of magazines in there, right? So you happen upon one of them, and you're like, right, well, if that's the code for this issue of it, then that must mean that if there's other issues here, then you sort of figure out how to dial them in, and you start discovering those. So that there are sometimes, you'll happen upon one thing, and then it's like, oh right, hang on, I think this opens up a series of other things for me to look at. What's also really cool is, so obviously the idea is this machine is full of books, magazines, or whatever. You are not expected to read those. So say you look up a book, there'll be a paragraph from it, which is initially obscured, and I'll get to that in a minute. There'll be a paragraph from it, and then it'll be usually the guy who made the machine, it'll be his comments on it. So it's not, like in RPGs and stuff, when you find books and you're like, there's actually a little bit to read here. And that's really cool, and a little bit of world building, but realistically, I'm not going to bother. Whereas this is is the sort of relevant bit you need, and then here's the comments about it, which is actually going to help propel you forwards in the mystery.
I like it when they try to do that in action games. What was the fucking game that we were talking about? The Division, and they'll have something in there that goes, feeling quite ill now. I'm going to sleep in a minute, and it's next to like a skeleton with a book, and you just go, "Come on, man, this is fucking shit." Or my wife tells me that my cough is getting worse, but I feel fine. I'll tell all my friends about this down the pub tomorrow. I'm going to lay down on this mattress now. Goodbye. Sorry, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And yeah, and basically, so as well as just finding stuff, the main sort of puzzle is that you are. So you might, someone might write a comment where they will reference the name of a book, for example, and then you might find the book, but you don't know what it's called, and you are matching up the titles to the entries you found in this computer.
How do you mean you don't know what it's called? What is it? How do you mean?
So say you find a book and say it's SE29, right? It won't say what the title of the book is. It'll say, right, this is entry SE29. It'll say, there'll be like a garbled text entry
Oh, I
for
get
it.
you. Yeah, I'm with you. That's
And then
clever.
you'll see the comments on it, but you won't see what the actual thing is or what it's called. But then, yeah.
And then you're piecing that puzzle together, and then
Yes.
okay, that's cool.
I should also say, I so far have not needed a pen and paper for this. I thought this was going to be a big note-taking one, but all that stuff is in the game. Like, it's really well facilitated.
Yeah, that's great.
I thought that as well.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, I started a note on my phone. I was like, here we go, blueprints all over again. And I was like, actually, I don't, because the game, really cleverly links all the information and writes it down. And you can almost you drag. You go like, okay, you've got a code. What book is it relating to? And you can like drag it around in your book and stuff. Yeah, so it's got really extensive note taking things, because I thought I was going to have to take pictures and write things down, but
it's really good at whether this isn't, it must be intentional. It's really beautifully done. So someone will say like, oh yeah, and Dad's published this book in the year he died, and you're like, that's their surname. So I'll go to the profiles. Right, there's a guy with the same surname. So probably the two letters are his, first name, surname, initials. And oh shit, and it's got the year he died as well. Brilliant. Fucking type that in, and then it starts rattling away, and you're like, yes, I'm a fucking genius. This is so good. What's also cool is those letters and numbers aren't just dialing up, different things in this archive. They're also like commands as well. So you start, you learn like a certain command or whatever. And then you're like, oh shit, if I go back to this thing I already read, I can use this command on it and do, see something else or whatever. It's absolutely fascinating. And yeah, as I say, that there is definitely stuff in there story-wise about what the hell we're doing with the wads of information we're producing every day forever, and how a lot of it's probably bollocks now, and we've sort of ruined the internet for ourselves. But yeah, that's more sort of post-game analysis, I think. I'm about 2-3 hours in. I gather it's quite short. I think you can do it in sort of 4 or 5 hours, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Okay.
So yeah, I reckon one more session will probably do the job. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
And we haven't mentioned it is a radio play. Like the voice acting is fantastic. Yeah. It feels very much like it doesn't feel like a game with voice acting in. It feels like voice acting is like the main bit, and the game's kind of alongside it. If you know what I mean? Like the acting is fantastic. Just in the 2 or so hours I played.
This looks fantastic. It really feels like, I don't know if I mean, most puzzle games feel like this, I guess. But looking at this, it really does have that. Oh, this is the escape room crowd would love this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all that just piecing bits together. Yeah, it's fucking cool. Can I just say, I'm watching footage. So you're primarily looking at a screen, right? And it's doing that creepy thing with a reflection, where you can see the person's face. So I hate that.
They're not reflections. It addresses that as soon as it happens, which is...
Oh, good. Right, so that's like a picture in the background then, rather than a reflection. Yeah. Okay, then my brain will be okay with that.
Actually, no, I shouldn't say that because I'll spoil it.
Go on.
No, I'll spoil it if I say anything.
Okay. It's like in Arc Raiders, in the menu, when you're doing your inventory, there's people walking about in the background, and I sit in a situation where people can walk behind me, right? And honestly, it looks like a reflection in my screen of someone walking behind me. Sometimes I go with my headphones. I fucking hate it, man. I
will say that, like, with regards to this computer and the screen and everything that you're messing with, like, so when you're first doing it, there is a sort of a tactile interface to it. So if you're using a mouse, so like this little panel where you're entering the letters and numbers, you sort of there's like a lever and you sort of pull it round to like the first character, and then all these little things appear around the screen, and then you click on one of the right. So I'll go like B, A, and then you type them up. You will stop doing that after about 10 minutes because you can just use your keyboard.
Yeah, it feels cool using a keyboard anyway. But yeah, at first, because it's like a bigger rotary kind of dial, isn't it? Oh yeah, bang, bang, bang for you.
Yeah, and you can see they sort of obviously wanted you to have this sort of slightly clunky tactile experience, but realistically, you won't use it for long.
I mean, it's on iOS, so I think that probably work well on iPad or iPhone. But
yeah, definitely.
This is what I was wondering about it, like whether there'd be like a console port of this, but then maybe it wouldn't be so good with the controller.
Yeah, it's verified on deck, I believe, but then you've still got a touch screen there, not necessarily using a controller. So
well, hold on, but looking at this, the letters and numbers are around the circle.
Oh, that's
so
true.
presumably you just point in a direction with the
that totally work then, yeah.
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm not sure I'm going to play this, but it looks fucking cool. Yeah, I can see why Matt would be all over this.
Well, it hasn't grabbed me, but that's a me thing. But yeah, it's atmospheric as hell as well.
Yes.
Like I think the fact you're in that one location and it's just you and the screen and the voices and the people you're talking to. It's really, really atmospheric.
Yeah, like there is an implied peril.
Yeah,
like there's a reason to get a move on, but you can sort of tell it's like, oh no, this is sort of false. Like this is just sort of trying to chivvy me on, but it's not. I don't think it's ever going to be like actually stressful or there's going to be an actual time limit or anything. But yeah,
cool,
good game.
I don't know where you found the time to play all of this stuff, considering the amount of Arc Raiders that is going on at the moment. Look, I won't stick on it for too long. Obviously, you guys are sick of hearing us talk about it because it's been going on for fucking ages.
No one's actually complained yet.
They haven't, but they fucking will.
They will.
Or they'll switch off. I'm 60 hours in. It's not getting any easier. It's not, I'm really conflicted as to whether I should have played this last year or not. Because there's no way I could have played the amount of games that I played at the end of last year, and that is including Lumines, Horizon, Battlefield, which both made my Game of the Year list, along with others towards the end of last year. Dispatch, I played after Arc Raiders had come out, I believe. None of those games would have been played because all I can think about is playing Arc Raiders at the moment. But the same, so there's part of me that's saying it's good that I didn't play it last year. But at the
you've
same
got time now.
If I did play it last year, I think it might have been a better contender for Game of the Year. Because shit, fucking hell, man, I'm so addicted to it. I'm so addicted. I'm so addicted to games. Like I cannot stop with it. And I now go in with different things. Like so when I'm playing on my own, I tend to do the quest runs. When I'm playing with my mates, it's like, right, let's go and do all the fuck the arc up sessions that we can. I'm having funny interactions with people all the time. What were we singing last night? Me and my mate Jay was singing songs, just walking around singing songs in the proxy chat, and people were joining in. It was just really good fun. And then I did what I think was it Ian in our group that suggested this first, the medic run.
Oh yeah.
Was it Ian?
Yeah.
Or was it Gary? I can't remember. But someone turned around and said, try a medic run, take all your defibs, because you don't tend to use them in the servers we're on because we're put in with all the friendly people that don't shoot each other. So you don't really use defibrillators that much. Which is funny, actually, because maybe you should if you're in a friendly server, but I guess less people die in those, so you don't come across people crawling that often.
Unless you're going out of your way to find people who've been knocked down, then you've usually got your own stuff on, haven't you? So you'll see a flare go up 500 meters away, and you think, well,
it's a bit of a trek. They're not going to survive.
Not really bothered.
Yeah, it's not that. Any closer, maybe, but not doing 500.
So he was saying, get all your stuff, get all your med stuff, all your, a bunch of shield regenerators and a bunch of it. and then just walk around being a medic and supporting people. And so I thought, fuck it, I'm going to give that a go. Just one raid. I'm going to put all my good weapons to one side. I'm going to take out a half decent weapon, take all my med stuff, loads of defibrillators. And I went on Spaceport when they were fighting a matriarch. So, a matriarch, which is one of these really big enemies on the level. And I was like, some people, if they're attacking that thing, they're going to need a medic, right? This is what I'm going to do. It was the best fucking feeling ever because I heard it all kicking off and I was like, fuck yes, they're actually attacking this thing. Brilliant. I made my way over. I'm ducking and diving between arc and trying to avoid stuff. And I get into this sort of room that has 4 guys working together. Now, this was solo servers. So all of these people, none of them know each other, but they've all somehow got together and they're fighting this huge enemy. And they're rockets, and all of a sudden one of them goes down and they're crawling in, and I come, oh no, I know, and I'm like, I'm a medic, mate. Come in, get crawl in. He crawls into a room. I defib. I patch him up. He drops some stuff, some items to thank you, and he runs back out there again. And constantly, I'm healing these guys as they're doing it. And then when they kill the thing, and the music comes up, and you know that you've really contributed in that story. Those people are going to talk about, fucking hell, we were like up against the matriarch, and then there was this guy that just showed up and he was healing us. Like, I didn't go for any of the gubbins from it either. I just let them have it and then just went on my merry way. And I was like, fucking what a great way of playing this game. Like, just I would never do it like constantly because you still want that sort of, you want to be involved, and but every now and then to just do a med run is fucking great. And I hope that becomes, it's like we were discussing it in our sort of Art Raiders WhatsApp group. And someone in there suggested, oh no, it'd be really good if you got benefits from doing that. Like and I was like, yeah, but this feels more like a selfless act. Like, there would be people that running around, like the moment you get shot, coming up and wrapping you in and you're going, all right, mate, I've only just been shot once. I've got my own bandages. I don't need you involved. Leave me alone. This was literally, you felt like you were doing it off your own back. And honestly, those people, maybe I'm being arrogant here, but those people must have thought, fuck me, where has that guy come from? And what a legend. What a fucking legend.
An absolute legend of the game.
How did you find it, James? Because you played it with Sean the other day.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great fun. I've gone back. I played it on Sunday a bit, and I've started doing some more quests. I've managed to get all the workbenches now. I've got all of those, and I'm starting to try and do some upgrades on them and stuff. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I've had consistently good times with it. This is why I want to play some more because it's been fun.
Yeah,
I do think this Thursday I'm gonna try some medic runs.
You should absolutely do it.
I either want to do medic runs or just want to just try and do like a matriarch or something in solos, and I think I need to introduce some more drama this week. I think
yes, for sure.
Pretty chill last week. It was not really nice. I know there was that bit with the leaper near the start, wasn't there, James? That was
Do you know? I watched that back, and do you know what's a shame? It's because I had the prox chat thing on. There was a lot of stuff that didn't get picked up on that. Because at one point I was shouting, "Save me, Sean! Save me!" like that, and it didn't come up on the thing, and it was
Well, what James means by that is that he has set a voice mask on his voice when he's talking in prox chat. Can I just say, James, that is genuinely like a granddad getting an app for the first time and going, look at this, it makes me bald, and this one makes me younger, this filter, but look at this one.
I can drink a pint with this one.
I don't care.
I love how much you reference iPint Matt. Every time that comes up,
Best
you love
app.
an iPint Matt.
Best app.
I saw that mentioned on Instagram the other day. It was just one of those posts about,
was it Matt?
Is it 2016 thing?
Yeah, it was a post from Matt. No, it was just saying how basically the guy just made him a millionaire and he just fucked off and no one heard from him again.
Yeah,
In a nice
way
way.
to live
Well
your
done.
life. God,
iPint.
I wish I knew what sort. I've just text my mate Jay to ask him if he remembers, but it's 11:15, so he's definitely in his teddy bear sheets at the moment. So I'll update you tomorrow. I won't bore the podcast with it again. I don't know. I'm worried. I don't know what to do next. something else needs to come out because I can't tear myself away from this video game at the moment. It's not good for my mental health. It's not good for this podcast. It's not good for anyone involved. So
because usually when a game is really good with your friends, you usually kind of think, oh well, I'll wait till everyone else is on. But as you say, because you can sort of by playing solo,
Totally
you can
play on
do
your own,
different stuff and have a different experience and a still really good experience. It's like,
yeah,
no, I quite want to play by myself. Like,
Yeah.
no, I said bye, not with. Grow
Yeah,
up.
but we know what you meant.
Oh,
And
I
I play
think that's what we were
Outrageous.
singing. It's all over the front page. You hear me rage, and people were singing it with us as we're walking around.
Catatonia, is it?
Yeah,
Catatonia.
there's also another song that we like singing where if you creep up on someone in a warehouse and you can hear people. This is perfect in Stella Montis. If they're all like gathered in the center hall bit, if you hide behind a bit and then just start singing, I don't want to set the world on fire. It freaks them the fuck out.
Does it? You surprised me.
I just want to stop. It's a very good game, Arc Raiders. That is what we've been playing this week. I will try and play something else next week. I'm not going to play something else next week.
I
Shall we
need
get to
a game
questions?
to just grab me, and I haven't found it yet, so I'll try and be
Yeah, you'll
better.
find it, boy.
It's like the
You'll find
Christmas
it, boy.
game, though, Matt. The palate cleanser chooses you, not the other way around.
But it should have found me 3 weeks ago, and it hasn't found me yet. I've tried. A TR-49, like that's my kind of game. I just haven't really.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? Is that you've hit a gaming malaise when the stuff that would normally help doesn't anymore.
Yeah,
and
I need to find.
it'll be something else that normally you would find quite average, and you're just like, it'll be an Assassin's Creed game. That's what it'll be.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be an Assassin's Creed person. Finally,
Oh,
the pod's got
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Black
yeah,
Flag
I
is
don't know
the
how
best
this franchise called Assassin's Creed.
Cool. All right.
Should we do some questions?
Let's do some questions to get out of it.
If you want to send us a question, go to tcgs.co in your web browser of choice. Evil Mammal says, hello. In episode 480, it was revealed that Matt is scared to punch a person in case he accidentally kills them. In the event that Matt one-punch Murray lost his calm and cool demeanour and started one-bombing everyone, how would you take him down?
Oh, I do. I'd sit on him.
I don't think he'd give you a chance. I'd be powerless, I think.
You'll just sit on me.
I'd sit on you, yeah, Matt.
Wait for the cops.
Would that be easy to do? I don't know.
I think it would.
Not when I'm punching for left, right, and centre.
I think
I'd be dodging, Matt.
I might clock it and then sit on me.
Yeah, I'd be dodging and then I'd sit on you.
I think I would need some sort of gun.
Oh, okay.
Have the advantage. I think
Like
that's
tranquilizer or
No, the real thing.
just okay, fine.
Tranquilizer wouldn't slow you down. You just power through it. You just...
10 of them.
I'd just get his favorite YouTube influencer, sort of motivational speaker guy to come up and go, hey, you know what? Fighting's not cool actually.
Yeah.
And then Matt will go, okay, well, he says fighting's
Who
not cool.
who is that?
I don't know. It's usually someone called Munchy Ben or something. You're like, oh, have you seen Munchy Ben? Have you seen what he said about if you
literally-
work 50 hours a day?
Don't-
Actually,
Don't,
more
don't you
likely
watch a fucking peanut talking about Arc Raiders?
I like.
You can't talk.
That's controversial at the moment, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm on board with that guy anymore. But yeah, no, that's fair. That is.
Yeah, if MKBHD said don't do that, I'll be like, okay, Marcus, I won't.
So I was right then. I was right. Thank you.
Marcus Brownlee. It's a little bit different to funky peanut.
He's
or
more
whatever
likely
you're
to
watching.
sell you a fucking shit iPhone
Wallpaper
case
app.
with a bunch of other people's logos on it, isn't he?
No, I'm
So-
not buying D Brown cases, am I?
Now that I think about it, why haven't we entered the era of YouTubers doing like PSAs, where they're just like, don't punch people.
because
I'm sure someone's been
there's no money in it.
milk.
There's no
Well,
money
yeah.
in
No
it.
money in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was a little bit startled at the start of that because I got a text from my friend. It wasn't the song that I sang that we were singing in. It was "Love me, say that you love me" as we were walking around the fucking.
Same
Matt's
era.
Fiesta.
Also good.
Also, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the same song. Yeah, Matt's not a violent person, are you, mate?
I would
You
love
know,
to
you-
punch
you-
someone though.
Really?
Well, I
Why?
just want to see what it feels like. I like
Probably
experiencing
really
new
bad.
things, and I haven't had a fight, so I'd like to.
Tell you what, Matt, next time we meet, you could punch me in the back. There you go.
No, I need
The
the face.
back.
Yeah, why
The
not?
back. I might do something to one of your discs. That's too risky.
like, actually, fuck.
That's worse, isn't it?
Yeah, surely the
do the
face.
back.
You can take that.
What about the gut?
Because if you go for the face, at least it's an instant KO. Whereas the back,
Yeah, but
could
look
sort of
at James's face. It's beautiful. You
I know
don't
that's the
want to
thing.
spoil.
I don't want to ruin that. that would be bad.
Yeah, but I might also kill you, James.
That
That's the
would be
trouble.
bad.
What about the arse?
No, I'm
I might
thinking
kill
like
your
maybe
back.
or like in my shoulder or something. You know, that'd be all right.
No, everyone's giving a dead arm to someone. That don't count.
Yeah, we all
But
did that at
why
school,
though,
mate.
Matt? What do you think you're going to get from it? I don't understand. Violence is not very nice, is it?
Yeah, I know. But I just want to see what it feels like. Basically.
Okay.
But I might kill
Really?
someone. That's why I haven't. That's why I haven't.
Okay. The next question comes from Carl Brackets, not the editor. Hello, fellow gamer
Okay.
dads. Quick question: who of the group will be the best and worst to deal with the first time their child brings home a new girlfriend/boyfriend to meet you? Follow up:
Cypress.
who of the group would you each like best as a father-in-law? Thank you for bringing so much joy into all our lives in a less than positive world. Your show is the weekly equivalent at the end of a TV news show reporting on a cat being rescued from a tree. Thank you.
Well, we've had worse reviews. I thought about this for
in terms of
years.
the father-in-law, for me, the bar is incredibly low, so I'd take any one of you.
Well, let's start with the first question, right? Who of the group will be the best and worst to deal with the first? Right, I'd say the best would probably be James because I think he would just stay out of the way. He would just be like,
We're hiding.
It's not getting involved.
"Hello,
Don't know.
hello," and
It's
then
true.
off he goes.
Yeah, it's true. It's absolutely what I would do. I wouldn't do the whole trying to embarrass them or trying to, like whatever. I'd just be like,
I reckon you might.
no, I
Yeah,
don't
there
think
would
I
be a
would.
bit of that. Then there would be a bit of that.
Well, no, you'll do it unwittingly. That's the thing.
You've already mentioned trying to embarrass Asher when he's playing with his mates online.
Yeah, but that's
That's
different.
true.
That's very
It's
different.
not.
Though. Of course, it's different. I wouldn't do that to like Rachel if she brought someone home. I'd be just like, yeah, what's up? And then
What's
Whatever.
Yo,
Yeah,
what's
what's
up?
up?
God, you're such a cool
What's
dad.
up, fellow kids?
And then you just go on a different angle, like, yo, what's up? And you like fist bump them.
That'd be Matt. That'd be Matt. Going, do you want to go electric skateboarding, guy? No, actually, no, I don't. Oh no, you don't like that, the man.
You
Sorry.
fucking
That was
loser.
too close to the phone.
Because what
Actually, I
I
love
tell
my electric
myself
skateboard.
is that like, well, it just depends on whether or not I like Isaac's future partner. But of course, I'm not going to, am I? I just feel like it's like I'm just definitely
why
just
not?
fucking, annoying or something.
Really? Okay, so maybe I'm going to change my answer to Sean being the worst. You're instantly thinking you're not going to like them.
I just no one's good enough for my son, Dave. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Okay, definitely you're the answer for the worst one then. Best one? I don't know. Yeah, I reckon James. It's easy. I genuinely think he'd just keep out of the way.
yeah, I would.
Won't want to even talk to them. And
Nah.
that's probably the best route to
It's,
take, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, is it? I thought about this like for so many years before LED was even on the scene. I thought, okay, when I have a kid and I have a partner, I'm gonna be in the back garden wearing a vest, throwing axes at the gate or the wall, or I would have bought like a replica gun and I'll be on the kitchen table and they come in. I'm just like, reassembling a gun. I don't know. I've always had it in my mind. I thought it'd be funny, and they'd be like, "Your dad's a loser, isn't he?" Yeah, your dad's a loser. Yeah, he's been practicing axe throwing for about 7 months, and he can barely hit a target. Yeah.
Still, he's doing 5 minutes of stand-up next week. Why is that? Well, because he bet an Xbox. Right, okay, yeah.
Actually, your
I'm
dad is cool.
Actually, I'm thinking about going on a break. Who would make the best father-in-law? Oh God.
Well, who of the group would you each like best as father-in-law?
My answer for this is
hell.
Dave for both of them, really. I think
Why?
Dave, father-in-law, good, chatty and stuff. I think it'd be fine. I think it'd be good.
Yeah. It's like, do you remember,
Like going
Dave?
down the
Remember I
pub.
told you when we were doing the seating plan for my wedding, and you were the
Yeah.
wild card. Because it's like, well, Dave will chat with anyone. We can just put him wherever. Just
Yeah, and the irony you bringing that up because the person you sat me next to, you introduced to me like
Yes,
as if
I
we'd
forgot
never
that
met,
you met.
recently. Do you know each other? Yeah, we sat next to each other at your wedding.
See, I was originally going to go with Sean for this, but now I found out that he's going to hate whoever It is. I don't think I will.
It's a strong word. I just
Well, you used it.
Yeah. Tell yourself that.
Okay. I hope that answers your question, Cole, not the editor.
Maria Mendieta says, "Dear TCGS Cordelias, despite not having published a book that costs as much as a PS5 Pro, like James,
$29.99 in paperback. Go on.
you were
No,
all
it's not
but-
£29.99 in paperback.
It
It was
is.
like 70 quid, wasn't it?
No, I don't think so.
I'm fucking buying it then.
No,
I'm
no, it
fucking
wasn't
buying
that
it and
cheap.
getting you to sign it.
I'll give you a free copy if you want.
Yeah, send me a copy. I want to
please.
read it.
I'll have a copy.
Oh, whatever. Why have we not all got copies, James?
Put it on eBay, mate. Fucking
Well,
that'll
I've
get
got,
the kids through college.
there's a couple of doors I need like door stops for. That'd be perfect. How many have you got?
Looking it up now.
I'm just having a look. No, okay, paperback. Okay, €53.
Fucking hell, James. And how much is a hardback?
157.
right.
Can I just say,
I
right,
can
the
get two Virtual
greatest-
Boys or
the greatest book ever written. I'm looking let me
Bible.
see if I can find. Right, so you can get the greatest books ever written, a whole book series, six books of Where's Wally is $16.99, and you're charging how much for one book? Sure, sorry.
It's like, well, no, because this is in euros, so it doesn't count.
Just count.
No, as in I need to convert it. Okay, what's €53 in pounds?
If only we could ask
40 odd quid.
the internet. Yeah,
48
Let's have a look,
quid.
€53 in pounds.
Where's Wally? The Wonder Book, $3.99. Fucking, and that is a classic. Let's talk about boring.
Okay, it's
boring.
like 45 quid. There you go.
Fucking hell, mate.
Should I finish reading the question? Or?
Sorry, yes. Yes.
Despite not having published a book that costs as much as a PS5 Pro, like James, you are all teachers by virtue of being parents. You
It's
often receive
cheaper on Kindle. Go on, sorry.
You often receive questions about parenting and gaming, but I want you to tap into another aspect of your expertise as educators. How have you each used games to supplement the subjects your kids learn in school, particularly maths? Keep up the tremendous work. Sincerely, Maria.
Never.
Never done that.
Yeah.
No, I can't think of anything.
I can't think of a single
I
thing.
mean,
I have-
I think games
Yeah.
were a big help in encouraging Isaac to read.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say exactly that. I mean, Animal
Yes.
Crossing in
Animal Crossing,
Animal
yeah,
Crossing
was massive
in
for that.
lockdown. I mean, Elodie could read anyway at that point, but still, it really helped because like she was seeing those words, she wanted to see it and she wanted to read them. So I think that in lockdown was a huge one.
I think
Yeah,
Isaac had
you're
a phase where
absolutely right.
he sort of could read, but he just couldn't be fucking bothered to read. Like he just didn't want to. So I'd be like, all right, well, here's Detective Pikachu. And we took basically the way we played it was I voiced Pikachu and he had to voice everyone. Or was it the other way around? No, he voiced Pikachu, I voiced everyone else. So and then there was what else was there? I think it's we started playing like Pokemon cards as well. And the rule was you could only this is when he was like 4 or whatever. And I'd say like you can use a move, but only if you try and read it out first. that was the rule. So just little things like that did sort of help because he just had no interest in books or like actual reading at the time. So it was just a nice way in, and he fucking loves it now. So
No, that was definitely the case. I remember in lockdown the amount of reading Harry did, and his level of reading just shot up after playing that game. So you're absolutely right. There have been times where, like, I do wonder if I'm going to be that dad that when they're learning history and it's like, oh, ancient Egypt, am I going to fire up Assassin's Creed for the first time and go, hey, have a little wonder?
Yeah, because Isaac really likes a podcast called Greeking Out, and it's like a kids podcast about Greek myths and stuff. So and I saw that Assassin's Creed Odyssey is on PlayStation Plus, and I was like, I might enjoy going around the history tour mode. I think that might be cool. So I'm gonna see if you can find something.
Isaac listen to podcasts?
Only on his Yoto, so it's not like you can't just listen to whatever. There's like certain.
No, but
podcasts
that's still pretty cool.
Yeah, Elodie listens to him on Spotify.
Is it?
It's like
Charlie has
the
just
LOL
listened
podcast. I
to.
think. I don't mean adults.
Charlie's just been listening to System of a Down on repeat all week. Like, it is insane. And I thought maybe it's just because the music I'm listening to. And I thought, well, if you like them, I was thinking of other bands that you might like. And I was like, why not listen to The Prodigy? I reckon you'd like The Prodigy. And he listened and he went like, yeah, they're all right. And then just wake up, wake up. And I'm like, okay, all right, okay, right. I'm not
Go into
getting involved in
Deftones.
it
Isaac
anymore.
doesn't like
That
Isaac
is it.
enjoys music, but he doesn't seek it out. Like he
Is it?
doesn't-
Yeah, Ashley's the same. He has like a playlist that he has like stuff that he likes, but he's not that bothered about finding new stuff. It's just
I've never related to my son more than when he turned around and said, "Dad, I like this band because when the song's finished, I just want to start it again and listen to it again." And I was like, "Yes, mate, yeah." And you're absolutely right. I need to show him the Bubba O'Reilly episode of Joe Perez Speaks with You because that is look. I wasn't a massive fan of that series, but that episode is one of the most perfect explanations of love for music that I've ever seen. It is so perfect. I need to show him that. It's quality. Cool.
That's us.
It's not quite us, is it? We got the socials, Matt. Matt, love this part of the show. Let's go.
Everyone's talking about these days here. We've got a bunch of streams this week, which is good. If you listen to this podcast on the day it comes out on podcast providers, tonight, Wednesday night, 9 p.m, we're doing a Fantasy Critic draft stream where we're picking the games we're going to have in our individual pots for this year's Fantasy Critic. And it shouldn't be a terribly long stream, but that's Wednesday night at 9. Thursday at 9, Sean is playing Arc Raiders. Possibly doing a medic run, possibly killing some big baddies. And Saturday at 9, James, question mark, he's going to finish Fire Steps.
That should be happening, yeah.
Okay, you don't sound too sure.
I'm psyching myself up, Matt.
Okay, cool, yeah.
It does create work for Matt.
That's how you psych yourself up.
Yeah.
Can you imagine him walking out onto the pitch in an FA Cup final and going, "Yeah, we're gonna win. Yeah, we're gonna win. Yeah."
Inspiring team talk.
It's just, you know, it's just it's how I am, Dave. It's just how I am.
So James will be finishing Farley Steps Saturday at 9. So that's Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, all at 9 p.m, all on twitch.tv/TCGSco. If you have an Amazon account and a Twitch account, connect them and you get a free subscription to give to any channel of your choice. Why not go to our channel on those times or whenever you want, really, and subscribe to us for free. That'd be really good. If you miss our streams live, go to YouTube, search TCGS, and there's VODs of previous Arc Raiders, Farley Steps, all these podcasts, they're all on there. And tcgs.co is our website where there's links to all our social channels, Instagram, LinkedIn. No, I'm not about to keep adding them. Getter. It's all on there. Go to tcgs.co as well as our amazing Discord community, Patreon if you want to support what we're doing over here, and so much more. That's all on tcgs.co.
All right. That's it from us. Thank you so much for living it. We'll catch you next week for some more chatting about video games. Have a great week, everyone. Everybody. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Love me. Say that you love me. Fool me.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.